What's that? That's the wrong camera. How do you get it to that camera?
Like, it's not even live.
No.
Oh, yeah, it is. Shoot. No. It says it's connected. I did it earlier today.
Here's what happens with this device. Oh, it went away.
How do you let that go away?
We're not live yet, Jack. Calm down. We got 2 minutes. We've got our camera hooked up to the computer, and we did a test run earlier, and it linked to the camera instead of the computer camera, so it was better audio and better video, but now it's not doing it. Unplug it and plug it back in again, and then get ready. Turn it off and turn it back on.
Turn what off?
The camera.
Oh.
All right, hold on. It wouldn't be a hardworking man live if we didn't.
Listen, I did a test live earlier just to make sure that it was without any issues. And there were clearly issues. Is the light on top of there? Yeah.
It's turning on right now.
Oh, the thing's not even on. Welcome, everyone. We're trying to get our other camera hooked up. And in the meantime, we'll just be here. So
Here it comes, ready? There.
No, didn't say to do. That's fine.
You said you did it.
I didn't do it that way.
You said you plugged it in live and it was live.
I did.
All right, well, we have our
Whatever.
good camera up there and it's not working.
You
Oh.
thought. You don't need me there.
All right, Rachel's trying to fix the other camera just so it's a little bit better video and audio.
I wonder if it. Oh, you know what it is? It's because we went onto that one and not started our own live.
Oh. All right, well, this is still working, so it is what it is. We tried to have it our best one yet, but hey, we started on time on the correct link, so I'm going to call this a win. Our son just got home from his basketball game. He's a wrestler.
I had 8 points.
He had 8 points,
I'm out of
though.
the starting five.
He's behind my daughter. He's now the leading scorer in basketball history. I scored 2 points in my middle school and high school basketball career, and that was in middle school because I didn't play in high school. I'm a wrestler.
I feel like we need to set this on something now, so we're not looking down.
All right, we had everything set up for our camera that's above the computer, and now we're on the laptop. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for 10,000 subscribers. We're actually over 11,000 already. It's been a crazy ride. Not an Allen Family Firewood crazy ride, but a crazy ride. It's been just blowing up lately, which is awesome. We've been trying to get videos out. I'm riding in a truck, man. Out of all the stupid stuff I do, the other day at work, I was riding in a truck. It was a Ford. I think that's probably with the issue because the headrests in those things are terrible. And so I had my head to the side like this on a long trip. And I went to sit forward and just a zing. And I couldn't even turn my head for 2 days. It's getting better now, but I had to drive. I was driving the truck, bringing the tractor up to the property with the 30-foot gooseneck on it. And Rachel had to be my spotter because I couldn't turn my head. So she'd look right and left and pulling out into a road, like off a stop sign or a light. When you can't yourself look to the right or left and you just have someone telling you, that's a different type of situation.
Yes.
I had to trust her. I'm hoping she didn't catch something in the blind spot.
I'm usually the one that's like, stop, there's a person there. And he's like, get out of my way. So
Jeff, how long did it take to go from 5,000 to 10,000? I don't know, but it didn't take crazy long.
Well, okay. It took us from October of 22 to go from 1,000 to get to 11,000 in December of 23. I don't know how long it took us to get to 5 though.
It's like I feel like it took us longer to get to 1,000 than it took us to get from 1,000 to 5,000. And then I feel like YouTube is a snowball going down a hill. So as long as you stay at it and stay consistent, your ball just keeps getting bigger faster. At least I hope.
I'll see if I can find when we did like a 5K giveaway on here.
We might not have. We don't do all the giveaways. Allen Family Firewood was doing like a 3K giveaway, and then the next time I looked, they were at like 85,000.
Yeah, they're like, we'll do a 3K
They're like,
giveaway.
I feel like they need to give away a truck or something at this point.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not that New Holland tractor, because that thing, I don't ever want to change the oil in that thing. Timon was here. Rachel did a test live earlier today, and there were 40 people on in like 2 minutes. She's like, "This isn't a real live." Like
I'm
we were
like
just
saying
trying
hi.
the camera.
Hate's in the other room shouting, "Quit talking!"
Phil, you could give away that Chevy or that GMC. That thing don't even run.
Timber Tales with Logger Jason says, "How long did it take to go from 100 to 500?" Well, everyone go subscribe to him and let's see.
You know what happened? You got to put Rachel on your channel, because once I put Rachel on, it was like boom. Jack, cheers. The first super chat of the night.
Cheers.
So
Jack.
I'm going to write down these super chats, and everyone that does a super chat, I did this before on a live. Everyone that does a super chat today at the end, we're going to do a giveaway for all the super chatters, because we appreciate everyone that does that. So Jack, you're in. You can enter more than once.
Oh, what did freaking Jeep say? Now you have totes.
Oh no, what John? I don't know if you got your new tote video out
You
yet.
have a totes full of subscribers.
I'm in the lead, I believe. But I haven't watched a single video today. We've been busy all day long. Hanging Christmas lights, Christmas shopping.
Dick's out shopping. We
Taking
were out
Rachel
doing
out
that
for
earlier
lunch.
today. So yeah.
Timon, I think, was the first one here when I checked. It was 30 minutes before the live, and Timon was in and waiting.
That's Timon. He's hoping to win.
Timon. I love it. When we were at the Paul Bunyan show, was the first time we met Timon in person, and I didn't know who he was, but he had on our Aurora heated vest that he won on our channel, and it was much needed after the first day at Paul Bunyan.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, he's wearing the vest he won," and I'm like, "That's awesome," because I love giving stuff away.
He said 70K isn't far away.
I hope not, Brad.
Well, I know, because we don't like, we truly say we give away stuff that we like and use and, trust, but then to see somebody else appreciate it and enjoy it
and loving it.
There we go.
I was sort of upset that I didn't bring mine, because I didn't think it was going to get that cold, and it would have been nice.
I had a short sleeve dress on the day before, so was not expecting it to be free. Neither was Jack. He had shorts on.
Yeah. You never know, man.
I don't think he'll make that mistake.
Ohio's a lot like Michigan, except for that they don't win the football games. But the weather is a lot like Michigan. You don't know what you're going to get. It was like, 70 or 80 and sunny on the first day, and then it was just cold. It was tough because everyone had these sweet, hardworking man shirts with Easton Made and Allwood on the back, and they couldn't even wear them. Like people, because we gave away $100. We gave away some other stuff at the Paul Bunyan show, 5 or 6 different giveaways. And you had to be wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
And so they'd see us and they'd pull up their sweatshirt or open their jacket and be like, like it was a lot of fun. But if it was warm, everyone would have had their t-shirts on, and it would have been, It was fun at the New York show. It was a little bit warmer, and we went around and you'd see people in the hardworking man shirt, and that was pretty cool.
So just so anyone knows, if you think you want to go to the Paul Bunyan show next year, Dan from Back 40 does a live stream in the lobby of the hotel at the Fairfield Inn in Cambridge, Ohio.
Awesome.
And everyone stayed there so that no one had to drive after we were done. So if you
not everyone, but most people, all
everyone.
The cool kids stay there.
We will be staying there. So if you think you want to stay at the Fairfield Inn,
you better get a
Cambridge,
room
Ohio,
now,
you better book it
fill
now.
up fast.
There's actually like 3 or 4 hotels in a very short radius.
Jeff, you haven't been there yet, have you? No, you're not far from there.
Boonville.
Or no, you're right by Boonville.
Boonville.
All right. No, the Paul Bunyan show was awesome, man. What a riot. A lot of great people. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Jason from Backyard Firewood's in. Dean outside in Michigan. We got the Michiganders in. Jason was bragging earlier. He's
Who was it that had to defend you talking like a
that was Jason.
Michigander?
He's like, we don't talk right in Michigan, because I said a full half chord because it was over a half chord. So I said a full half chord. Well, it's either a half chord or it's not. But I see people that say a third of a chord, and it's in a 275-gallon IBC tote, and it's loose thrown and it's not heaping. Like, that's not a third of a chord. So I had it stacked, and I had measured to what would be a half chord, because you're always going to have the people that are like, that's not a half chord or that's not a third of a chord. And so it was over a half cord. So I said a full half cord and someone came at me. But Jason's like, hey, we don't talk right in Michigan. Leave him alone. But today he was bragging because he's like, oh, I was out cutting firewood and then it started raining. Like it actually quit raining on the west side of the state, which is over here. I feel like
it
it's
started
rained.
snowing.
I'm actually thinking about buying a mill to build an ark and give up firewood.
I just left from West Michigan. That's my family had their Christmas parties there. And I got home last night and it rained the whole drive home over to the east side. And then now tonight it started snowing. It's actually sticking, which is weird.
We're going to do that giveaway for the guessing of the weight of the oak round pretty soon on the Easton Made Access Huge Oak video. And I have to say, there's some pretty close guesses. Right now, the range is between 86 pounds, 750 pounds. And Jason from Backyard Firewood said really freaking heavy. So that's actually
it was
pretty accurate. But let me see.
Phil, we did not get the wood boiler up and running fully.
It's half. It's
the guy came on Saturday and worked on it for hours.
Yeah, he goes, you know what? I don't know what it is. Every time I think this will take me 3 hours, it takes me like 8. I'm like, I think that's just how men roll. Because I'll tell Rachel, like, I'm going to go do this, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this. And she's like, how are you going to get all that done? I'm like, it'll be easy. And I don't even finish the first thing. So he was there, or he came over. He was late because he had a service call before he got here, but he was here till 7 o'clock at night. He's supposed to come this Saturday and finish it. So everything outside is plumbed in. The heat exchangers in the furnace, the heat plate is set up for the water heater. Now we just need to run all the lines and plumb everything in.
Ralph has said hello about 5 times. Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. I know you only say hi to Rachel, but hi, Ralph. Let me see.
No, I don't think he's invoicing him by the hour. That's exactly what I asked Dad.
Because it took him. He's a great guy.
I was like,
loves
of course
to
he's
talk,
taking 8 hours. But, you're paying him.
No, he told me it's this price for this. That so it's set prices, but he wants to do it right. He's like, he's like, I'll have people tell me, I don't care what it looks like, just get it in. He's like, but I can't do that. Like he says, I have to set it up how I would set it up for myself. So he's like, I want to put the lines where it makes sense. So if you have to do something else, then you have to, so you won't have to have the lines in the way. So he thinks it out. We got another super chat, Jeff Adirondack Woodsman.
Thanks, Jeff. Cheers. Brad, we're giving away East
another one,
Oak.
Larry and Robin.
Cheers again.
Man, you guys are getting me early.
Tabletop smokeless fire pit. If you guess correctly on the video where he splits the giant oak round. So if you guess that weight correctly, then you can win the East Oak tabletop smokeless fire pit.
Larry and Robin, like I said, I'm behind on videos. How's
he loves
that?
those side-by-side totes. Did you read that?
Yes, I know you do. But you don't got to dump them into a dump trailer. You know what? Take your bolted totes and fill them the way you do, which is awesome, and then dump them into a dump trailer because you get to dump them into a barn and split inside with your electric super split videos. And I'm like, oh no, because that Power King we had was terrible. And I said, power split one time, and I'm like, no, that's not a terrible splitter. I don't have experience with that, but it's not the Power King.
Hey, TC Outdoors. Hi, Tony.
So what do you guys think right now? We did Outdoors with the Morgans showed cutting the whole front of the IBC tote out, which people have done before, but I've never seen it on YouTube. And it was a recommendation from a subscriber, which I learned a ton from. And he was using the carabiners to clip on, which Mike from K&L also did that. Like other people have done that, but we use the safety chains from our Easton Made that you can take off, which I love because you can use them for everything. And now I just have a set hanging on my forks because they come in so handy. So taking that, then I didn't like that front bar in the way, so I moved it, and I thought that was a great idea. And then John, I think 1 or 2 days later from frickin' Jeep, was like, "Nice try, kid." And he put in the crossbars diagonally, and that worked even better and allowed you to still stack your totes. John, Mount Tammany Ridge, he used straps because he was a hotshot truck driver. There's so many different ways you can do it. And so John did that. So then I had him like, well, now I got to beat John because he challenged me and we're competitive. So I made that double-decker tote, which holds a half cord. And once I bolt those cross members in instead of the self-drilling, self-tapping screws, I think that's going to be awesome. But I have another idea for a half cord tote that I haven't had a chance to do yet because my neck quit working and it hasn't stopped raining. And Rachel
right.
went Christmas shopping. Oh, that's
So-
what I was doing. I get distracted easily.
The guess for how heavy this
The
oak
oak
round
round is.
was.
Remember, guys, I'm strong, so I might make it look lighter than it really is.
Keith weighed it, hung it by. Would you hold it up with your tractor?
Well, I
to
use
weigh
the
it?
Easton made safety chain with the fork, and I've got a scale, an electric digital scale that I weigh deer when we harvest them so that I can keep stats on them. So I hung it off that. So let me see, because I know we have some new comments, so I have to see if anybody beat the current leader. I have to say it was in between the 85 pounds and the 750 pounds. It fell
right.
in the middle of those two.
Thanks,
well, not the middle,
John.
but so let's see.
Say Chris said hello earlier. Sorry, I didn't.
I'm
say
sure
it.
I'm terrible at reading these comments. I'm a slow reader. So let's see.
It's always fun to watch YouTube at work, right, Heath?
Yeah, that's when I get to watch the most, I think. Don't tell my boss. Okay.
I mean, we didn't measure it. Hey, Bert, how's it going?
All right, so we're going to close that, the guessing of weights for that round. So this is what we're giving away for this one. We've got a bunch of stuff. So we've got some stuff that was in videos, and then some stuff we're just giving away tonight, including this, which I think is pretty sweet. This is what I use. It's a SOG or a SOG. It's a knife, but it's also a money clip. This is what I carry all my cash in. And we did the, let's see if this camera's,
Oh, yeah.
it's
there
got
you
the
go.
hardworking man laser etched on it. So we're giving away one of these tonight, just on the live, somebody that's here. The other stuff that's in the videos, you don't have to be here to win, but we've got some, I guess, different stuff.
Happy birthday, Mama Woodster.
Jason from Backyard Firewood. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
All right, I was showing them.
All right, we need to know.
So this is what we're giving away for the person who guessed the closest to the weight of that oak round. It's an East Oak tabletop fire pit, and they're actually sort of neat. Like, especially if you have a balcony or if you live in the city, you can burn little pieces of wood in this. You can burn, I think, pellets.
Heath used our.
You can cook on them, make
What was
s'mores.
that? The Warm Bond stove, the mini one. He made hot dogs.
Yeah, the other day
for
I
himself
used
the
that
other
mini one,
day.
and I just built a fire out there with some of my smoker chunks, and I roasted hot dogs because I didn't want a microwaved hot dog or
You didn't
cooked in
wanna
a
do the
pan.
big
I wanted a
grill.
wood cooked hot
Wanted a
dog.
wood cook. You got it.
So these things are pretty neat. So this is what we're giving away.
Okay.
So the winner for that is the actual weight. All right, let me pull this up.
Jason wants a hardworking man Sawfest.
I know, because I got all them ported saws now because Jason made me go spend a bunch of money on getting saws ported by Joe at Dino Joe Mods, and they're awesome. I should have done it a long time ago. And I do, like, a lot of the stuff that I do, I pay for. Like, I paid Joe to do my saws. It wasn't anything.
Right.
We did videos together, but that
Hey,
was, I
Big
just
Blue.
paid to do those. Some of the stuff I'm giving away today, I buy this stuff and give it away because without you guys, we don't have a channel. So, all right, let me see here. What am I doing?
Who guessed closest?
Okay.
Okay, how much did it weigh?
So that's what I'm doing. I get distracted easily. I need Rachel to keep me on track. That oak round weighed, Squatch Firewood. Thank you and cheers. You guys, I can't give stuff away. We got some new stuff that we're going to be giving away too, coming up in some upcoming videos. You guys are going to want to be subscribed and check out what we got coming.
Fun stuff coming.
So anyways, the weight of that oak round was 313.4 pounds per my uncertified scale, which is the official weight. So we had the closest guesses. So 750 pounds from Jerome. You were too high. It was not 750 pounds.
Yeah, but I give that guess.
Sherry Fraley, 86 pounds. It weighed more than that. I wouldn't struggle with it. I didn't struggle with that,
You
but
did
86
struggle with
pounds.
A little bit. It's probably what you really hurt your neck with.
Jason from Backyard Firewood, freaking heavy. That's right, but that's not a valid answer. Second place was Barry Thompson, 318 pounds. You were off by less than 5 pounds and you got beat. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Dan from Dan's Smokehouse was a little bit over that. And the winner is Jeff Schaefer, 316 pounds. He was off by 2.4 pounds.
That's pretty good.
So Jeff Schaefer, you won that East Oak tabletop fire pit.
If you're here with us,
Bert, are you guys staying at the Fairfield this time though? Just tell Chris to just save his pennies. He's been selling just thousands and thousands of dollars worth of wood.
What one were you staying at? Was it the one that like the one that said I had bed bugs?
Take that $100 you guys won last year from Hardworking Man and throw it towards the hotel.
Right.
No, it wasn't full of lead. It was oak. That was Michigan oak, Phil. Michigan oak weighs more. It's more dense.
Yes. I mean, Paul Bunyan's not that far away. I mean, like 5 hours from us.
No,
it's probably
Jason, you should go. It's a riot, man. It's a lot of fun and a lot of great people there.
But plan on making a weekend of it because there's just a lot to do and you don't want to miss it.
Yeah. A lot of cool stuff at that show.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't said hi to anyone, but hi, everyone. Because like I said, I'm bad at reading these comments. I try to mention names when I see them. If you got a question, put QQQ and hopefully Rachel will see it.
I try to catch it. Yeah. We'll be there Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Jack.
We're trying to make it to Brad's fellowship at the furnace too. I've got some training for work scheduled that I'm trying to get them to move, but I think I might just skip it because I already know enough. I don't need more.
Oh, you're going to skip your work training for Brad's, but you couldn't skip to go to my family's Christmas?
That was my job. I had to pay the bills.
Interesting.
I already have that day off. That's the thing. I didn't have these days off. Someone else had these days off. Only one person gets them at a time.
Gotcha.
Cody, the temp here, it actually fell today. What was it? Like, it's been
it's 32 currently.
Unseasonably warm, but it's
It was
actually
50
snowing right
degrees
now.
on Saturday.
Jason, I think we're going to make the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria that Mike puts on from K&L. Is that the right name?
Yes. He just said want to hit the K&L thing too.
But that was miserable. No, it was a lot of fun, but we made Chris from In the Woodyard, who everyone knows makes a ton of wood, estimated that we did 30 cords of firewood from logs to splits in one day.
It was
nonstop. I went there. I'm like, I'm going to get to run a 500i, get to run some Husqvarna saws if people can get them started, get to run a 400C. I didn't touch a saw all day. All we did is run that all wood. We had the table and it was never empty. They were dumping rounds on it with tractors. We were pulling them and splitting them. It was insane. Yeah. And we
didn't sit down for 12
by the
hours.
end of the day. We were going to camp. You can camp there for free. But the night that we were done, a big storm was coming in. So we were like, nope, I'm not camping in a storm. So we packed up, went to a hotel, we got showers, and we fell into bed dead. And we woke up like 3 days later.
Dead. Like my feet, I was limping.
Brad H says he sees off. So is land cheap up there?
Upstate Michigan, yes.
If you go to the upper peninsula of Michigan, it's not as cheap as it used to be.
The upper east, like around
like northeast Michigan is a little bit cheaper, and then the upper peninsula,
Alpena area.
But I don't know what you say cheap because it's all relative. You used to be able to buy, if you bought a big plot of land in the upper peninsula,
you could get
20 years ago, you could get it for $200, $300, $400, $500 an acre. Now you're into the thousands, but it's not like where we're at. Usually it's around 10,000 an acre here, but when the further north you go, the bigger the mosquitoes are, the more black flies there are, the more snow you get, the smaller the deer are. And so the property prices come down. So yes, it is cheaper up there.
I did not take a nap. I went and tried to lay down in my cot for 2 seconds.
She took a nap. Everyone's like, where's Rachel? And I found her. She was sleeping the cat.
It was 2 seconds. I just laid down and he pops that tent open and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, just trying. Other people had like camp chairs and they were sitting out at their cars. I didn't have those, so I went and tried
Maple
to
Lane
sit down
Firewood. Cheers, thank you. Cheers. Central Michigan, where we both graduated from CMU.
We did. I worked at Riverwood.
My sister, yes, Riverwood Resort, if you know where that is.
My sister just moved from Mount
Pleasant.
Pleasant.
Moved down out of Mount Pleasant. She went up there for college and never left until this year.
Oh wow, maple syrup farm for sale for You're missing a zero. Is that 1.2 million or 1,200?
I
Right
think
there.
1.2 million.
I don't know why you'd buy maple syrup farm
There's
for
the-
1.2
so,
unless it was a
talking about-
ridiculous amount of acreage.
Talking about maple syrup, like we make our own maple syrup.
1 acre is 270,000.
Where in I know in Canada stuff's insane.
Chris Avila.
I buy stuff in Canada, but not land. Their land is crazy up there.
We don't know our route, John, but I think you want us to stop by your place. Actually, we're gonna fly. You want to pick us up? You
Greg
can bring
says
us by.
Greg says trying to keep my ADD in check is like herding cats. I think it might be harder than herding cats.
Listen, Greg, I had an epiphany the other day. As much as I struggle dealing with Heath, I said, oh my gosh, you go to work without me managing you. How do these people deal with
They
you?
love it.
It was,
They love me. They have
I was
to.
like, I don't think you understand how much I keep you in line. Just remembering things. So I was like, wow, good luck at work.
Work is easy. All right. Should we do another giveaway? We'll do the strike cold. So this stuff, I'm telling you, like they sent this to me to try. And Phil, you need to get some if you haven't.
Mhm.
And it's not cheap, but it's a cleaner lubricant
Well, how much
protectant.
is
It's a
that?
CLP. I think this is like 16 or 17 bucks. And if you use the code HWM10, it's free shipping. We were at Dunham's today and CLP is like break free brand CLP. It's like 17 or 18 bucks. So it's about average price. I've never used anything that works as good as this. I'm not like, I
He
wouldn't tell you
loves
that
it.
if I didn't. On the quick attach for my tractor, I put everything on there, WD-40, white lithium grease, like everything. And after a little bit, it just starts getting to where you have to crank it
Would
again.
you use this to clean your guns? Tony uses CLP to clean
Yes,
his guns.
this is actually for guns. It's for everything. It doesn't ruin plastic or paint. But I put this on probably coming up on 2 months now on the quick attach things for my tractor. And I used to put on
Phil will
gloves.
mail you a bottle.
I used to put on gloves. No, you gotta buy it online. I'll send you a bottle, Phil, because you got me that.
Send us your address in the email.
I got it, I think, because he gave
Oh.
me the kindling bundler, which I haven't had a chance to use yet. But
Right.
so I owe you,
We'll
so
trade.
I'll get you. But you got to spray this on that New Holland, and the oil will change itself. Like this stuff's crazy. That filter will just spin off, and the new one will go on. But seriously, this stuff, I've never used anything like it. I used to put on gloves to change implements because I had to crank, and when it popped, sometimes it'd leave you a little stinger. Now with this, almost 2 months later, you just grab it, and I can do the other one from this side. Like it takes no pressure at all. So we're gonna give this away. So how this one's gonna work, because you had to comment strike hold on that same video, and some people put strike space hold, and some people put strike hold as one word. So the random comment generator, I'm not smart enough to figure out how to use both. So I'm going to do 2 of them. One with strike hold and one with strike. If one of those 2 people is in this live and the other one's not, that person wins. If they're both in this live, then we'll do a random number picker, and whoever picks closest will win. And if neither one's in this live, whoever comes up first will win, if that makes sense. We try to do this as fair as we can. But so Rachel is going to take care of this while I figure
If
this
you were
out.
in person, I'd make you arm wrestle or something fun.
Yeah, she used to substitute teach, and she'd make students like do push-ups if they swore or
If
something.
they swore. And different swear words held different value for number of push-ups. So
And people are like, you can't do that. But the kids loved her. Plus, they think
they
she's
didn't
cute,
swear
so
again. It
that
worked
helps.
out great for me.
All right, you do this while I figure this out.
Do what?
Manage this live. All my fans are
John
here.
just uses a cheap mix of diesel and oil in a spray bottle.
And I know, like, I think transmission fluid and something you can mix. Like, but this stuff, I don't know. It's awesome.
How far away are you from Brad's, John?
All right. Let me
I
see.
guess it depends on what airport we fly into. We'll have to get a rental to drive there. Oh, there's a lot of Postmans over on that side, but there's like a whole group of family, Jason, that is not even like related to us that we know of.
All right, I'm getting there. So this is going to be the first one. If you have strike hold as 2 different words, get
Okay.
random comment. Papa Jingles. Papa Jingles.
Papa Jingles, are you
If
here?
you're in here, let us know because that can make you win or not win. And now I'm going to make it strike hold as one word and do it again. Ridgewood 460. So Papa Jingles and Ridgewood 460. You two are the strike hold. One of you two is going to be the strike hold winner. So if one of you is here, let us know. If not, Papa Jingles is going to get it. So now. The boot dryer. What video was that in? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Does anyone know what video the boot dryer comments were in? Oh, I can figure it out. All right, you're still in charge of the live.
This is all the stuff I told him to do ahead of time. We started getting ready for this thing so long ago.
Yeah, because we always mess these things up and we can't launch them, and we figured it out, I think.
If we're related, I don't know. We live on the east side of the state currently, and we have 0 family within 3 hours of us. So it's really weird. Like people always think we're related to other people. Everywhere I go, people are like, "You look so familiar to me," and I don't know who they are, and I never forget a face. So I don't think they're watch the channel, but it's just a weird thing. He cannot multitask. I don't even know why he wants me talking while he's doing that. He's not going to be able to pay attention.
Easily get distracted. There we go. Oh, it's in the never seen this before. The IBC tote one where I thought I came up with a great idea, and then John's like,
John said, "Not so fast."
All right, so.
Well, they probably don't know us because we don't really associate with any Postmas. Like the Postmas they originated in the UP. There's a road that says Postma Road. That's their family. They had 11 kids. So there's a lot of, branches that have split off, and
there's Postmas in Canada too, though. I get asked all the time.
We don't go to the post. Like they just had the same day that we had his immediate family's Christmas get together. They had the extended family Postman get together. We haven't been to that in I don't know how many years because it's always on a random Saturday in December, and our kids always have a wrestling tournament that day, and it's on 3 hours away. So we just don't ever get over to it. So yeah, people probably have no idea who we are.
People know who we are.
The easy working man.
All right, let me see.
I don't know if I remember what you're healing from, David. If you told us, I'm sorry I don't remember, but happy to keep you entertained. Yeah, Bert, you guys should stay at the Fairfield because then you don't have to
tell Chris to stop being cheap. He's got more money than anybody. All that fancy stuff he's got.
Get a room with 2 beds. You can fit 4 of you in there. Be like $50 a night.
All right, I think I'm set up for the next drawing, which will be the boot dryer, which again is just something I bought because I love having that thing. Like if you don't, it's just a tower that you put your boots on. It's got little heat elements in it, and it naturally, because heat rises, so it rises. It doesn't make any noise, but it dries your boots out that you don't even realize are wet sometimes. And
they're so good. Like our kids like to buy white tennis shoes.
Yeah.
All white shoes apparently is very trendy for teenagers. I have no idea why. We live on a dirt road. Our driveway is gravel. So you always are getting dirty into your feet. So their shoes get disgusting. So they wash them. They wash them, not me, all the time. And then they just stick them on that boot dryer. Good to go the next day.
Or you can put gloves on there. Like I said, a lot of times you don't realize your boots are even damp because you wear them day after day after day. And if you're a hardworking man, your feet sweat. Or when you hunt, you wear rubber boots or track deer or whatever. Your boots get moisture in them. And unless you put them on that, and when you put that dry pair on, it's amazing.
That's right, David. That's scary. I'm glad you're doing well. Hey, welcome back, Dick. I know you were listening but couldn't comment. So I want to know, how are you liking your Easton May? Now you've had it for a little bit. Are you happy?
My comment generator quit working.
What are you so focused on that for?
Because we got to get ready for the next one. I love giving stuff away. People want free stuff.
Chris hasn't paid for cat food. People keep sending cat food and money for the cats.
See, so he can take all that and you guys could get the honeymoon suite. You get the Fairfield honeymoon suite with all that money he's saving on cat food.
The Fairfield is in Cambridge, Jay.
Well, now I lost everything. I was doing so good too. I had it, guys.
William, we did not get the burner hooked up completely. The guy came out Saturday and got most of it hooked up, but he said he is a talker, or it took like a couple hours just looking around.
We want to make sure he's doing it right, and
we're not paying him by the hour.
It's like this much to hook up the furnace, this much to hook up the water heater, and then I got to buy the fittings and stuff. So it's not by the hour, but he just is very thorough.
Phil, the cool kid club. I mean, I just think it's super easy just to stay where you're hanging out so that you don't have to. I just hate driving home at night in the dark. Jackson, get the honeymoon suite just for himself. Make sure you get one with a hot tub.
All right, I think I got this thing again.
Oh, the rooms are like, you're not going to find a deal, John. They're over $200 a night, I think. There's nothing cheaper. Same thing last year. It doesn't. I check to try to get the cheapest price for literally everything, and it never went.
Especially
lower.
once people hear that the hardworking man's there, I think the price goes up. So you're gonna want to get it now.
Carl.
Is Dell here? Donald Slate's
Dell
here.
is in here.
Donald, I used that seasoning the other day that you gave us. That stuff's awesome. He gave us a bunch of sweet stuff at the New York State Woodsman Show.
Oh yeah, you do like that. I'll look, but I'm pretty sure it's always like the first weekend in October.
He's back out getting after the wood. He had knee replacement surgery, so he's back out there. William Klein's here.
October 4, 5, and 6, I believe. I'll double check.
Tony, they should. I think maybe if we get a little bit bigger, they're going to have to pay us for staying there, just for the amount of crowd that we draw. Like, I heard that people were requesting to stay in the room that Hardworking Man stayed in for months after the show, so they could charge a premium for that. Jay's here from Premier Iowa Tree Surgeon. He just got a new Wolf Ridge splitter.
Yes. How are you liking that now that you've ran it and put some hours on it?
Yeah, the buck seasoning, that stuff's good. I've been liking the meat church seasonings too. The Texas sugar. If you guys don't know, I love cooking. I love cooking outside, like over the hardwood, smoking stuff. In fact, I just processed some deer tonight. I've got some jerky marinade, and that's going to go on the Masterbuilt Gravity Series grill tomorrow. But the meat church Texas sugar is right now my favorite seasoning. That stuff's awesome.
Jay's already got 12 hours on that thing.
So that's a lot of wood.
You had some big nasty stuff, I think, the other day. You made a giant fire out of it.
John, I didn't see earlier. I know I mentioned. Did you get your new IBC tote video out yet? I haven't been on there yet. And John and his wife Sarah both have COVID right now. And John is like, I don't care. I'm going to keep making videos. So hopefully they both get better, because I got COVID. Like, it's a real thing. It isn't what I think the media and everyone made it out to be several years ago. But I lost 20 some pounds in a couple weeks. I got it bad. Well, I haven't had it since, but
it's a real sickness. I don't think it's as contagious as simply being.
It's like the flu, but
around
can be worse depending on.
Not got it when he got it. So, and I slept next to him every night, and we're not like germ freaks here.
The weird thing when I got it is because some people, it affects everyone differently. Some people lose their sense of taste and smell. Some people, everything tastes sour. For me, everything tasted like salt. I would drink water and it tasted like I took a spoon, dipped it in salt, and put it in my mouth. So I couldn't eat anything. I need to do it right now because I thickened up a little bit here over the holidays. I could use a little dash of that.
Let's say hi, Colleen. Welcome.
All right. So Jack got another IBC tote video up, and I got to check that out. I looked for it the other day. John, I said Jack because I read Log Cabin Firewood, and that's on my brain.
Jay's already got 21 IBC totes full.
Jeez.
Holy crap.
It doesn't take long, man.
I guess I don't know. I mean, if I went and like researched, I could figure this out without asking you. But do you have a wood? Like, is it at your house, or do you have a different location to store all of these totes? Because I can't stand looking at all of our totes in our front yard.
Well, because we're
area.
expanding the Woodyard, but it won't stop
He
raining.
keeps telling me it's a process.
It's a process.
And our
or
daughter
Canadians would say process, but it's
like,
a process.
She keeps telling me, she's like, our house looks like a junkyard. I was like, I know.
No, my dad's from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, so I'm
He assures
one
me
generation
he's cleaning
removed.
it.
One generation removed from that, and I don't have a single engine hanging from a tree branch. So, like, I have succeeded in life. I've made it. The next generation, my kids have to get one step further.
Oh, Donna wants to know how the sheets he gave us for the deer tracking. How did they help?
Those I've looked at them, like with deer tracking. I'm part of a deer tracking network, so there's guys in there who have tracked probably thousands of deer, and so I am of the. I guess it's so easy for me to just message those guys and be like, "Hey, this is what I got," and they'll be like, "This is what it is. This is what you got to." Like the one guy, he has a few YouTube videos out there. Robert Miller. He's had a few dogs, some of the best that I've ever seen. And he's right probably 90+% of the time when he tells you what's going on. So we got Timber Tails. Cheers.
Why doesn't it show us the rest? Timber Tails.
Yeah, we can only see part of it, but thank you. And Bunyan's a riot. We've said it before. We'll say it again. We got to write that one down. Do you want to give away that boot dryer now?
Yeah, why not?
Timber Tails
with something. Oh man, I didn't know Jason's dad's side's from the UP too.
Oh man, where at up there? Not Rudyard. We might be related, man.
He uses that as an excuse. I say Craig Wilson always says he thinks you're related because you guys are so much alike.
I know, good looking, hard working, Munising.
Oh, Timber Tails with Logger Jason. We just can't read the rest of it. Thank you.
Oh, for that knife that we're going to give away, you do have to be 18, because of laws and stuff.
Listen, I just whipped those bad lads up tonight, and they turned out really well using our laser engraver. I just got a fancy new, more powerful head on it. I can do a lot with it now.
Oh, Dick. Dick says, come to Bunyan on Thursday night so you can get into trouble with Rachel. If you guys don't know Dick, old guy Firewood, he's a riot.
We love Dick.
He's in his 70s. How old are you exactly, Dick? He's out there just doing what we do, making firewood, like doing all this. And we show up.
Patrick. It was his fault.
His son Patrick was there, and we got there on Thursday night, and he'd had a few, I think, vodka tonics. Like by a few, I mean all of them.
He knew I liked vodkas. They were waiting.
And so later in the night, we had him text Dan because Dan's worried about me being loud at these things. So he texted Dan and he told him, he's like, hey, we just got kicked out from outside because Heath was being too loud. So then Dan was super worried that they weren't going to let him do his live stream. He was panicking. The next day, Dick, Shibe, welcome. The next day, Dick comes up to me at the show and he's like, we got to call the hotel staff and try to get this ironed out. They're not going to let Dan do his live because we got kicked out last night. I said, Dick, we didn't get kicked out last night. He's like, yeah, Dan said they called him and they told him we were too loud and we got kicked out from the fire pit. I said, Dick, you're the one who texted him that. He's like, no, I didn't. So Dick pulls out his phone and he's like, oh my gosh, I did text him that.
Oh, he's going to be 75. Dang.
Man, I hope I'm still getting after it at 75.
I wouldn't guess that you are like a 45-year-old with us. You can hang more than we can.
I think we went to bed before Dick.
Yeah, we're like, we can't keep doing this. No, we sabotaged you. It
worked out. It was awesome.
I told you everything to text.
Rachel's trouble. You can't be around this girl without getting in trouble.
Without laughing. That's what you meant to say.
Yeah.
See, Phil says they just booked 4 nights. Yeah, we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, wait, you booked Wednesday night too?
We're going to get there early though. Like, I'm going to tell Rachel we're leaving Wednesday. So by Thursday, she's ready.
You're the problem.
No, I'm not. Everyone knows. I have a friend.
Hi, Jimbo.
I have a friend who literally, guys, you know this. You know how this works. I can 7 minutes. Women can't do that. So I've got a friend who literally got so sick of waiting for his wife that he's like, hey, this is where we're going. I'm leaving at 7. So at 7 o'clock, he gets in his truck and he leaves. Everywhere they go, they drive separate, probably 98% of the time, because he got sick of waiting for her. So he's like, we're leaving at 7. If she's not in the truck at 7, he goes. And whatever time she gets there, she gets there. It doesn't matter if it's.
Do you know what kind of car she drives?
Probably like a Porsche or something.
No, she has like a fancy Camaro or something.
To try to make time.
She probably literally delays so he'll leave so she can drive her car and not ride with him.
That's why I just keep Rachel in that big old hardworking man tour van.
Hey, October 4th is his birthday. I think that's a great birthday present to go to Bunyan.
All right, we're going to do the boot dryer giveaway. Like I said, that thing's awesome.
Oh no, our connection's breaking.
How?
Don't tell me that.
Who said that?
2 people. It shouldn't be.
All right, so for this one, you just had to comment that boot dryers are awesome. It was the same video with the oak round. And Firewood at Home. I'm not sure if you're in here. I know you comment on a lot of our videos. Firewood at Home said, congrats on 10K. Good mod. Boot dryers are awesome.
Hi, Todd. Welcome to the party.
So Firewood at Home. Oh, I didn't write down who got the. Oh, no. Oh, we can watch the live.
Why do they say it's breaking up?
Hey, who's down there on the internet?
Get off Wi-Fi if you're on it.
Zach? Yeah, that's what we're on.
That's the Wi-Fi.
You're making our fans mad.
Turn Wi-Fi off. You can use your LTE only.
So the boot dryer one went to Firewood at Home. I actually wrote that down. The strike holder, we're going to end stuff. We're going to have to go back and watch.
Hi, Thad.
So we've still got the Opus Power Pack, a 600 watt. You got to comment on that one.
Did you write down? We had a super chat.
From who?
You missed it. From Brian.
Oh, Brian, thank you.
Cheers.
Brian, Brian wanted one of these hats. We're going to give away one of these today, too. We got to get going because we're almost at an hour and we still got a ton of stuff to give away. We're giving away a pair of high C boots. That one's going to be pretty specific because they're a fixed size. Very specific
for.
So we're going to do that on here. We're going to do this on here. We're going to do the knife on here.
Randy, we are in the Southeast currently. We grew up in the West Side. Heath's dad grew up in the UP. Where are you in the UP? I saw someone say something about Escanaba. Oh, Dan.
Escanaba in the Moonlight was a terrible movie.
We've been to Escanaba. Our daughter, they always have like the state Little League tournaments are held there.
Oh, yeah. They almost went to Washington State and were on ESPN. They won the state tournament and came in second in the regionals. They lost to Ohio, which is rare because Ohio loses a lot.
Yeah, we're trying to boot those kids off. Who knew?
Is it better now?
The knife is just to be on the live, Jeff, right?
Yeah, the knife we're going to give away the knife, like out of all the super chats. We'll do a random draw at the end and give away one of these. And we have a few, so we're going to keep giving these away. But this thing, I love it. SOG makes good knives. CRTK or KT makes good knives. Like, there's a lot of good knives out there. I love knives. Now, some stuff we're just giving away on the live because in the videos, people aren't always here when they win. I like giving stuff to the people who are here. Todd's here. Todd's outside again. He's going to claim all the IBC tote mods. He says he's coming up with all of them. But I sent something to Todd the other day that I know he loves. It was from Robert in this busy little shop. Little light holder for the belt because little flashlights are awesome. All right, I was doing something. Rachel, pay attention.
Wait, you wrote Cooking Chicken down.
Yeah, because he did a super chat.
Did he cheers me for that? Oh, that was Brian. Okay.
Yeah, we cheered. Yeah, that's Brian.
How come you're Brian here, but you're Cooking Chicken elsewhere?
Because he's got multiple names. The IBC tote inventor. No.
Oh, did one of the support bars fall off when you dumped
it? It did because I used self-drilling, self-tapping screws because I saw that on another channel. They were like, why don't you use this? So I tried it and it didn't work. There's so much weight. Like it just didn't work. We can turn this off.
Yeah.
But so when they're bolted, drilled through and bolted, that's going to work. So I think I mentioned that in the video because you could see, and it actually showed how those support bars worked because the left side was bowed out and the right side wasn't, and the left side is the one that came up.
He doesn't want Mohammed after him. Okay.
What was I doing? Oh, Opus. Okay.
Hey, Kenny, we're waiting on that tree chopping video.
So Rachel said she's not going to tell you guys what videos to comment on, but I'm nicer than Rachel. So anyone who's here, we're giving away a 600-watt Opus power pack, which those things are awesome. If you have a CPAP machine, sleep apnea,
price.
like those
amazing.
things are awesome. If power goes out, when you go camping, charging phones, we use these things all the time. But go to our videos and first make sure you thumbs up this one. And make sure you're subscribed to Hardworking Man.
You're going too far.
And then you're going to go to the video where...
Right here. Is it not that one?
No, it's not that one. It's the one where I changed the tire. Right here. Money-saving tool installed with Opus Mega 2 Power Pack. That's the video. And you have to put, there's no oops with Opus. That's the comment. And then we're going to do a random comment generator. And one of you is getting a 600-watt power pack shipped straight to you from Opus. Because... we get, and a lot of content creators do, we get companies that reach out to us. We get emails daily, and we tell 90% of them not interested. Like from anything from bath bombs to hair dryers to
supportive tennis shoes.
Like anything and everything. But if it doesn't fit my channel, if I research the company and it doesn't seem like a quality product, if I take it and I don't like it, I don't recommend it. So the only stuff that I show or say, check this out is stuff that I've tried. And some stuff I don't get to try for long. So I'll let you know, like, hey, this seems great. I can't speak on durability to something when I've had it for a month, Right. So I try stuff out like that Strike Hold. I used it for over a month before I even put it on the channel and recommended it because I wanted to make sure it was worth recommending.
We get lots of companies emailing us saying, when are you putting this video out? When are you putting it out?
Because I want to test it. But when we get these companies, if we decide, okay, that fits our channel, it's something we'd be interested in. It's something the viewers would be interested in.
And we get a freebie to give away.
We ask them, like,
a discount
can
code.
You please give us a discount code? And can you please give us some more to give away? Because we love giving stuff away. And I still spend, I go to the post office and drop $100 on shipping this stuff out, but I don't care because it's fun. I love doing it.
It's worth it. Tim, no one claimed it, but I will email them through their YouTube profile. I suppose if they don't answer the email, we'll give it away on the next one.
Yeah, we've only had once or twice where we can't get a hold of the people that won. But if that happens, we'll just give it away again.
Heath didn't have the requirement that you have to be on the live.
No, those are tough. Like, that's why I like doing stuff that's not announced that we can give away on the live. But if you have the requirement, sometimes you have to give something away like 10 times before someone's here, and it just takes up the whole live. But Ben, cheers.
Cheers to Ben.
How are the Hardworking Man shirts holding up? Ben bought some Hardworking Man shirts, and I know he's probably just been hounded by ladies ever since he started wearing them.
Listen, if you haven't subscribed to Fate Farms PA, Tom or Kenny at Open Air Adventures, go subscribe to them. Tom started the
Chop Down a Tree Challenge, which Rachel gets accused of cheating in her short. People are like, there's chainsaw marks. Nice fake video. Like, she chopped that tree down from start to finish.
It wasn't a giant tree.
No, we're going to do a giant tree.
It was 8 inches in diameter, right? 7.5, 8. And it just didn't take me that long.
She's powerful, man. She's got
Maybe
some
that's
power.
why it looked fake. I was shocked.
Kent says he's getting ads popping up in the live. I don't know that I've ever seen that either. I hope YouTube sends me money for them.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't control all of that, I don't think, unless we clicked something wrong. Apologize for that.
Oh, Split and Stick says, have you guys ever had problems when recording? Like, notice when you download, not all of it recorded. Yes, with our GoPro. Rachel did a video the other day, like showing what equipment we use and what we like and what we don't. And that GoPro, I loved a lot about it, but it was crazy frustrating. What are you doing?
I'm seeing if it's because if this is on, if it's
I don't know. Don't worry. I can't see what's going on. You're distracted.
You can
me.
talk.
Stop. Put that away. She took my screen away.
Well, because there's monetization, so it's doing ads. That's
all right,
why.
maybe she fixed it. But what was I saying? Yes, we have
GoPro.
problems. The
GoPro does that to us all the time.
one of our Splitter Wars videos, the Easton made 1222 versus the Wolf Ridge Pro 28C, we had to record that 3 different times. And we had the right amount of wood, similar rounds for each machine, like making it as fair as we can, running it. So we made a lot of wood trying to make that video because it kept failing and failing and failing. Like we wouldn't have audio, or every other clip would have audio, or some of them would be corrupted. It was just, yeah. Yes, we do, is the answer.
We do actually have audio
but
problems.
with the Sony ZV-1 that we use now, as long as we don't drop it, because it's not an action camera, we have not had a single file go missing.
No.
Outside of not plugging our external mics in or turning them on, we haven't had a single audio issue. Like, that camera's been awesome. So
yes, I mean, it's only been user error for that one.
Yes.
Where the GoPro was not our fault.
Ben says, get our shirts. They're so comfortable. And everyone, we're fussy about our shirts. Like, these are a certain brand. Like Andrew from Easton Made, we had the co-branded Hardworking Man Easton Made shirts that we were giving away at the New York State Woodsman Show and at Paul Bunyan Show. And he was wearing them. He's like, this is the most comfortable shirt I ever had. He found out later he was rocking a 2X. So he's like, maybe that's why. But no, these things are so soft, but they hold up, like they last, and they're just awesome. Yeah. And they're silk screened, so it's not like a iron on.
You don't
feel this
that at all. No. Yeah, the media mod. That's what we think. The
Todd, don't get a go. Todd, do not. I mean, and it seems like the newer models are worse. Some of the older GoPros I think work better, but we got the 10. I heard the 11's worse than the 10. Some people use them and like them and have good luck with them.
I mean, if you don't need to run a media mod with it, it's probably fantastic.
I still think they have issues though.
I thought there was issues, like just.
I don't know. I think they started making so many of them, and I don't know.
They have their uses. If like my kid wanted to put a camera on his dirt bike helmet or something, I would say a GoPro.
The Sony ZV-1 is the camera that we use for all of our videos, and it's a regular point and shoot camera, but it's got a flip out thing. A lot of content creators use them, not so much in the outdoor industry like we are, because if you drop it, you're out $600-700. They're not cheap, but it makes great video. And so that the Insta360 camera that we have, I'm really liking that. The editing when it's on 360 is different. Like, that takes some getting used to, and we're still trying to learn it. But there's a lot of cool features on that camera. Like, a guy I work with, he has a channel, Two Wheels and Barbecue. He has 2 videos on there. He made one smoking a prime rib on his pit boss years ago, and we made so much fun of him at work, he didn't make another video for years. But he actually has like 50 or 60,000 views on that. But he got one of these cameras, and you can literally hook that Insta360 to your chainsaw handle and cut, and it's smooth as can be. No vibration. It's got a gimbal or whatever in it.
I didn't believe it would actually work like that.
He put it on his Harley and drove around, like his Harley with pipes, whatever. It's smooth as can be. But the editing when it's on 360, it takes some learning. Like, we're still learning it.
Yeah, I mean, Todd, your iPhones are fantastic. They have such advanced cameras. They really do work almost as well as a DSLR. But,
Ben says the girls love his Hardworking Man t-shirt.
Sounds like you.
They do. I mean,
I hope you have security with you when you wear it.
You almost have to.
Yeah, it seems like there's certain models that people don't like. Some are bad. Just like, I feel like iPhones, someone was saying certain models were like causing extreme radiation. So who knows?
We use microwaves. That is radiation. Bobby Six Guns is here. I don't know if he's been here, but he's in.
I think he was here earlier.
I think the GoPro 9 maybe might have been where after that GoPro started falling off, Bobby, because I know the newer ones, it seems like every new model gets worse. So one of the things we're giving away today, which we said was sort of specific, is a pair of high C boots. A lot of channels, Dick from Old Guy Firewood, Brad from Firewood at the Furnace,
Shibe, did he have
Shibe. Like, we've had a few of them, and a lot of them are awesome. So we got a new pair. And what I'll say about these are the ones that Dick got, and I think Brad got. They fit a wide foot awesome. They're their steel-toed or composite-toed work boots. And I will say the one drawback to them is they don't have half sizes, because we got the size that we normally have, and they were too small for both of us.
So we had to
Right?
get the next size up.
So
Yeah.
they run a little small.
They run a little small.
So then we were like, okay, half a size up will be perfect. They don't have half sizes. So we both had to go a full size up, and the full size up was a little too big. But because of that, we have a pair. It's a size 8 men's that are brand new, never worn.
We're
Like I
giving
said,
away.
it's sort of specific.
Well, I wear, if this makes, so I got them for me to be a.
They are comfortable.
It's a steel toe. I wanted a
So,
steel toe boot for working outside.
We're giving, this is a
They're
size
very
8 men's.
comfortable. How they lace up,
They
they're
have
not
a-
tight on your ankle. They don't hurt when you move.
A wide footbed. So probably, I mean, I don't know if WD-30's not here, but if you want your woman to work out in the Woodyard with you and she has what would be probably a 7 men's.
Well,
Just-
if she wears a women's 8 or 8.5, these would be perfect for her.
So just comment high C in this one, and we're going to give them to somebody, you know, if you want this size, if you have a kid or you have small
Yeah.
feet or you have a lady who wants these, we'll ship them out
Right.
to you. But just put high C in there. David, they're not a 13 wide, but you buy a 14 in these, they don't have to say wide, they're wide. They're going to
They're
fit.
wide,
You can
they
ask
will.
Dick. Dick says he has wide feet. I think Brad has wide. Like these are a wide fitting shoe. So,
Oh, roughneck, redneck. That's sweet of you.
no,
Doesn't
Jeff,
matter.
they'd probably be just a little bit small. So Maple Lane Firewood. I'm going to try to write these
No,
down.
these are an 8 men's. So they're definitely too small.
So, right.
An 8 in men's.
Maple Lane and Timber Tails.
Yeah. So if you have someone that wears like a woman's 8 or 8.5, or a men's 7, 7.5, these would fit good.
Time and
Oh, well, Dean, did you just
Dean,
be
you're
careful
Dean.
on the size?
Yes, depending which ones you're getting. Like I got the mock toe boots, and they're true to size. These ones are just a little bit different. Jerry Ray. I'm trying to keep up.
Maple Lane. That might fit my big toe. Yeah, our one kid has like a size 14 foot, so probably similar.
But
Tim,
these high C boots, I'm telling you, like for
quit talking.
the money, I've never bought a better boot. Like they're not expensive as far as boots go, and they're comfortable, and they're a lifetime warranty. I think you can only warranty them once, which fair enough. But Rachel had one pair of rubber boots that started leaking, and they warrantied them. But that very well could have been because our kids poked holes in them
Anytime
because they
I
take
have
your
rubber
boots.
boots, waterproof rubber boots, they end up having holes in them because the kids will wear them and stretch them out. Because I have the smallest feet in the house, and yet for whatever reason, they do not care. They will put on whatever is closest.
Yeah. Well, Nate won't. My
Nate don't.
17-year-old, he's got like size 13 or 14.
Oh,
keeps-
Donna Slay has 3 pairs of. I just got a pair of short rubber high C boots, and
I got the
love
steel
those.
toe cowboy boots, and I wear those things all the time. Like you slip them on, you go out, you got the protection. They're comfortable. I just love them.
Yeah, no. So if you're looking for, they're very well.
Yeah,
Not
Dick
well
says he's
priced.
been wearing his for every day for almost a year, and I think these are like $60 boots, guys.
Yeah, like they're not
Like-
super expensive, but they're very comfortable. We've had ours for well over a year.
Yeah, Todd's got them.
Oh,
He says they don't
long.
last long. So,
The back will break down on them.
all right. So I could see that because these are new. But the mock toe boots, I've wore those for quite a while.
Yeah.
And eventually the sole started to break down, I think. But I think that's because they're soft to become with. International. We probably can't ship them international. I mean, we probably could ship them international, but I don't know how
They
much
would
that
probably
would cost.
cost
You
more
could
than the
probably
boots
order them
cost.
maybe, and it would be a better deal than us shipping them. I don't know how much international shipping is anymore. So we'll say the lower
Continental,
48.
yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we should say that because we're internationally famous.
That's
But so
nice.
my original high C mock toe boots, I had to change the insole out eventually. But I still wear those, and we got those. When I got these boots, I was like, I looked at them and I saw the price, and I'm like, they're probably going to be like pleather when I get them. And you get them, and they're real leather.
No,
Like
they're nice.
I was impressed. Bert, hikes are
Oh.
better. I've got hikes boots, and they're different. They're more, I guess, more firm. I don't have the Firewood hikes boots. I've got the black work hikes
We
boots.
have Brunt boots, and I don't love those, but other people that we meet,
I like
and
my
see,
Brunts
they love
after I
them.
wore them more, I guess. But I'm saying for the price, these high seas are hard to beat.
Right.
So anyway, we're gonna give this pair
Can you
away.
do? I think we have 10 people in there. Do a random comment.
All right, so
generator.
Rachel has everyone written down
1
that
through
commented, and so I'm gonna do a random number generator 1 through 10, and whichever one it lands on, that's who's gonna get it. So we're gonna end the high C one right now. You got a 10% chance of winning these boots.
Hi.
So I'm gonna
Ken
go
is in the house. Thank you.
random Ken. Oh,
York Firewood.
so if you guys haven't checked out, so talk about his thing he just did, Splitting for Hope. It was sort of like the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria, but it was for a cancer house.
Mhm.
Brad was there, Shive was there, John from Frickin' Jeep was there, Jack was there, Wolcott Firewood or Woodworks or
Farms.
Wolcott Farms was there. Like, and they just made firewood.
I'll do it.
This community like makes firewood for people to support these businesses or these veterans, or I guess not businesses, charities. Like, it's awesome. This community is one of a kind.
All right,
Well, okay,
I'm doing it. Oh,
One
Nick
more.
Anthony.
Nick Anthony. All right, Nick, you're the last one. So 11. You're
I
doing
got it.
1 out of 11. So now you don't have a 10% chance anymore because of Nick.
Oh. Number 3, Timon. Oh my gosh, I told you were gonna win.
Timon said he
something.
wanted to be here to win. Timon just won the boots.
Timon,
So Timon,
okay.
shoot us an email,
I didn't cheat.
hardworkingmanoutdoors@gmail.com.
I wrote it down.
Gavin, we have a couple of these hats left. We've got the red, white, and blue.
We need to order more hats.
We do. And I've only got 1 or 2 other hats left. But
we also want to get like an online store, but it's really
Yes,
hard for us to
we
do
need to
that.
get it done. We're procrastinators. But Timon, you know what? I think we should make a requirement. I need you to type "Go Blue."
Oh,
Type "Go Blue" in the comments,
no.
and we'll get these boots mailed out to you priority mail, so you'll get them sooner. But I need to go blue. Otherwise, we're going to ship them media mail, and you might not get them till next year.
Yeah.
I know you can do it, Timon. Just type it. Go blue, all caps.
Oh, hi, Bruce. Bruce likes your hat too.
Nah, he says ship them media mail. Lily's Farm and Firewood.
Hey,
So,
hi.
if you guys don't know, I do know, and I haven't got to see it yet, but Lily's Farm and Firewood just got one of the new Wolf Ridge vertical splitters, the VS17. So if you want to see that thing, check them out. We saw that thing at the Paul Bunyan show. It looks like a nice unit. Chris builds nice stuff. We've got his bagger. I think that's the bagger to have if you're going to bag firewood. And then it's not that expensive, but
go ahead, cut your sleeves off, Bert.
Ben, we're going to give away one of these red, white, and blue hats. But if you want one, well, shoot. The only one we have left. No, I do have one extra. So shoot us an email if you want to buy one. They're not free. We do have to sell them because we buy them, and
they're not cheap.
They're the Richardson caps.
They're very nice hats.
Again, we're fussy about what we buy. They're comfortable and we like them. But I know Ben's got them shirts. If you wear the hardworking man shirt and the red, white, and blue hat, Ben, you're gonna have to bring a stick to fight the ladies off.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Right.
So Dell says he watched that video last night, and it's a nice machine. It is. Like, it's got some cool features. The log lift comes up further to kick the rounds down. You can get that conveyor that can fill 3 totes. 3 totes at a time. Sometimes our speech doesn't work. Yeah, put that on there. Yeah, Dell's got a hat. There's some people. There's a decent amount of hardworking man hats out there, but we have to get our website up, because who doesn't want a hardworking man shirt or a hardworking man hat or some stickers? Anyone that we mail stuff to, we throw the stickers in with too. We've got the
freaking Jeep. His hats are better than yours.
John, I don't even have a freaking Jeep hat.
Right. Everything isn't a competition.
Whoop.
Oh,
Rachel. So we throw these in with anybody that we ship stuff to. Now, when it's shipped directly to you, obviously I can't put them in there, but what's that? Greg says cheater's ton. I don't know what that means.
Maybe from Go Blue.
Oh, cheaters. Come on. We lost our sign stealer and we're still winning games. We didn't even have a coach.
I think we're like 3 hours from Joe's premium. right?
Yeah, I grew up over by Joe. In fact, if you go way back to the terrible hardworking man videos where we started, one of our first videos was we went over to visit Joe and we brought him some black locust for Ma. We helped him split. We filled up one of his barns. He ran out of firewood for us to split. I brought the boys over there. And we're going to try to get over there again sometime, but we don't get to that side of the state that much anymore.
You put your sticker on upside down, Ken. What did Todd say? I quit wearing my hardworking man shirts. I'd come home from work, be outside way after dark, miss dinner, go to bed hungry. Yeah, the sure has superpowers, and you're not utilizing it correctly.
All right, Rachel, you take over this. I'm going to get to the giving away that Opus Power Pack. So.
Oh, yeah. Send me a picture of Tracy wearing her shirt. I adore Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Oh, yeah. Jeff was wearing our shirt at Boonville, the hardworking man shirts we gave away, and sawing with Sandy's wife thought he was the hardworking man. Like, so if I'm telling you, man, you go around wearing the shirt, it just draws fans.
People love it.
We actually had some at the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria where we were splitting for veterans. And some people that were there, they're like, hardworking man. My husband's a hardworking man.
Yeah, the lady stopped me. She's like, I want one of those shirts. Where'd you get it?
We got some.
I'm like, got some in the truck.
And so they bought some. They didn't even know we had a YouTube channel. They just liked the shirt. So
that's funny. You know what, Jay? That's smart. I would have a hard time paying that for shipping too.
Yeah, shipping is tough with the Easton maids because they're coming from Canada, and like everything else in this world, shipping's not cheap. So that's something you got to take into consideration. But
he
they're an
travels
awesome machine
across the world to go pick anything.
I go
up,
buy,
so
I drive, I go pick it up.
Pick up.
I don't get pizza delivered. I sure ain't getting a wood splitter delivered. I just go pick it up myself.
That's very true.
If I ain't gonna pay to get pizza delivered, I'm like, I'll just drive and pick it up. Like, guy, we're in Washington State, like, so I'm gonna be there in 3 days. I'll see you when I get there.
We have driven from here to Long Island to go pick up like a Pontiac Grand Am that had to be fixed just to make $1,000 on it.
No, I made more. I used to buy and sell cars.
Honey, how much did that Grand Am even? You sold it for like $3,000.
I don't know, but
you bought it for like
that was a lot of money back then. That was before a gallon of milk cost $10.
Just saying. Oh, your granddaughter did it. Well, that's kind of cute. I would.
A hardworking woman shirt, John. I don't know. We're thinking about it. Maybe she'll have her own channel one day, but then are people still going to watch hardworking man? I'm like, I don't know that I can let her go.
Right. I don't know that I want you on my channel.
Neighborly Homestead got his Easton made during COVID, and he couldn't pick it up. Like, that was tough, man. Like, no one could cross the border during COVID almost. It was like almost shut down. So thank goodness that's over because there's deals in Canada. I have my Facebook marketplace set to Canada because the U.S. money's worth more. So you get everything sort of at a discount. And like vehicles in Canada, they have to get them safetied I don't know if it's every year, but they have to get them safetied. And so if there's a couple little things wrong with it, which if you see what I drive, there's a couple little things wrong with all of them. So instead of paying a shop, if they can't do the work themselves, it's cheaper just to sell it at a discount. And then I get the US rate on it. So it's like 30% off. I go over there and pick up cars and drive them forever. So I love them. But.
Oh, Timber Tales with Logger Jason's going to get his in March, an Easton made. What one are you getting?
There's so many. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
What? Did he just win it?
The winner of the Opus Power Pack is actually here, which is awesome.
Yay! Jack.
Log Cabin Firewood.
That's all.
They're going to ship that. Yeah, you probably can't read that, but it's you, Jack.
Jack, you won the Opus Power Pack. I didn't know you.
And you can see that's legit because I didn't even realize this, but it's at an 8:11. Like it shows the time and everything. I didn't know it even did that. But
I didn't know you were drawn for that right now.
Yeah, I said I was doing it. That's why you were taking over the thing. So they're going to ship that straight to you. So you need to send me your address, which I probably already have, but send it again.
Can you handle it?
And then they're going to ship that straight to you. So you're not going to get the hardworking man stickers with it, Jack. Sorry.
You already have some.
But you're going to love that thing. Those things are awesome.
That's like the big prize.
Yeah, that was the prize of the night so far. Well, yeah, that's the prize of the night. We don't have anything better. I ain't going to lie. If you want to leave.
Listen, that Opus is really nice. I mean, we've tried a few different brands. we haven't not liked any of them. I took one of the
No, we had one. I forget which one it was. That was the least impressive so far, but it was still nice to
I don't
have.
know. I took our the 330 watt what brand is that? EBL.
EBL.
I took that with me this weekend, and we put it in the middle of the van, and the kids all plugged their phones in.
I ain't gonna lie, because I mean, if you watch this channel, you know I have sleep apnea very bad. So when we go on road trips, if like a lot of times I work, like right now this year I'm working midnight to noon. And so when we have to go somewhere, a lot of times I'll get out of work, I'll get home, we'll pack up, and we hit the road. Well, I can drive for maybe an hour or 2 or 3, and then I'm like, I gotta sleep. Without my machine, if I sleep, I'm not really sleeping because I just die like every couple of seconds. So I literally now with these power packs, I bring my sleeping machine, I plug it in the van. I'm sitting up there, I got my eye mask on, I got my
Or he lays in the
thing
back on a cot.
Yeah, or I go in the back on a seat or on the cot, and I just sleep, and Rachel drives or one of the kids drives. But I can actually sleep, and people, if they drive by and look in, if I'm in the passenger seat and they see me with this, they probably are like, what's wrong with that dude? Like, he's dying. But I actually get to sleep, and then I'm ready to go when I get wherever we're going.
1222 is a great machine, and you'll love he's got a tall 4-way and a box wedge.
Yeah, you can't, I mean, I don't know. All the box wedges make a lot of slash. They do, but they make a lot of nice uniform wood. And the tall 4-way, if you're dealing with some tree service wood, like the tall, longer wedges, like they're nice to have.
Oh no, I don't drive smoothly, Ted. He flying.
She is not a smooth driver. Like usually one good road trip and I got to change brakes. Like Listen. She does. If it says stop, she thinks it's mean right there.
No.
Like you can actually start slowing down before the stop.
I'm actually a great driver. Not to him though, but every time I ride with him, I almost die. He doesn't die with me.
Ken, CPAPs are the bomb. Like they're awesome.
Anthony says congrats on the 10K. He's 3/4 of the way there.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
Anthony's in Canada. He knows. Yeah. I get some good deals over there.
Your live is giving Dan a back 40 a run for his money.
For what? For how long we're going? It's only hour 17 so far. We're just getting started.
Oh, an Ultra would be really nice, Todd.
I'll tell you what. I don't know. The Ultra, because that was the first commercial log splitter I ever ran. When I started doing firewood, I ran an axe. Not even a good one. And I said, because I put a wood burning stove in. We had 11 dead ash trees in our yard. I almost killed myself twice cutting them down. We should probably do a podcast on that. But literally almost died twice.
Yes.
At least twice. Like, I don't know if I should say what happened, but there would be no hardworking man if it wasn't for God watching over me.
Don't start a story. He's got
anyways, so I was like, I'm young. We're going to burn wood to save money, and I'm splitting everything by hand.
We did not draw for the knife yet. Nope.
That lasted about a year, and I'm like, this is a lot of work. So then I bought a used Husky 35-ton log splitter on Craigslist. Facebook Marketplace didn't exist back then. I bought it for it was like new but used. I think I paid $500 for it, and the guy drove an hour to deliver it to me. Like, good luck getting anything like that now. But
what power pack? Sorry, did we lend?
The EBL. That was Dell. That was the EBL.
Listen, we'll have to just bring. Jay says he needs one for his sleep apnea, so he can camp too. We'll just bring
I'll bring all the ones I have. So anyone that's going to be at the Who's Your Firewood Hysteria, if you're camping and you need a power pack to run your sleep machine,
send us a message.
Let us know. We'll bring them all.
First serve.
Because Dell was there, and we showed up, and we had 2 power packs with us because I had 2, and you don't know what you're going to need them for. And then Dell was like, I started talking about it, and he's like, man, I got sleep apnea. I really need one of those. And I was like, man, I got an extra. If you would have brought your machine, you could use it. He's like, I did bring my machine. So I was like, well, here you go. I gave it to him. Like, they're awesome for that. And they got the pure sine wave, so they won't ruin your CPAP or any of your sensitive electronics. I think most of the power packs have that.
Yeah, and all the ones we've had.
And what's awesome about these power packs is I feel like it's like, I'm a big hunter, and archery 20 some years ago started rapidly evolving. So every year the new best bow came out and prices came down, performance went up. I feel like that's what these power packs are doing right now. The competition is huge, sort of like log splitters. Like all these different companies have to compete with each other because there's so much great stuff out there that you have to have a good product, you have to have good customer service, you have to be competitive, or you're going to go away.
Did you write down who won the strike hold?
I don't know. No, I forgot those first two, but we can go back and watch our live and see who won them. It was Papa something.
I wrote down that Papa.
Yeah, that's Papa Jingles won it because neither of them were here. So,
but the strike hold, who won the strike hold?
I don't know. We'll look later. That's irrelevant. So there's stuff going on. People are saying congratulations and questions.
I take magnesium every day, Anthony.
Rachel. So I started taking because with my job I can't take any of the
you can't do CBD
or anything. So I started taking, because working midnight, sometimes it's hard to fall asleep, the Z-Quil gummies. And they help me get to sleep. But cheers to Scott.
Cheers to Scott.
Another
Thank
super
you.
Chat. Write him down, Scott Kearney. If we miss the comments over here, like, I'm sorry. I'm a slow reader, and I'm easily distracted. What's next? So we did the boot dryer, we did the boots, we did the East Oak, so we've got the hat, and we've got the
knife.
So how are we going to give away the hat? Let's ask. So we're going to give away one of these hats. It's the same one I'm wearing. Let's ask. We're going to have Rachel come up with a question from one of our videos, recent videos, and the first person to answer correctly gets this hat. And we'll ship it out to you. So be ready. You got to watch our videos and you got to be subscribed and like and all that. But so Rachel's going to think of a question here and she's going to ask it. And the first person to answer correctly wins.
Oh, gosh. Power's gone. Oh, it's not us. Answer. Hey, no smart ass.
That's not correctly, Donald. Don't swear, Rachel. It's a family show. I always got to keep her in check.
Just talking about donkeys.
Oh. So what were some questions? I thought there was a question.
Just scroll up like this.
I'm not good at computers.
You just go like that.
Well, now you went too fast.
Okay. I like the homemade processor videos. Camper Jack said.
So I've got that. So I need to clone myself because I got so much stuff going on. I've got the homemade conveyor. The redneck conveyor is up by the garage. I've got the samurai saw up by the garage because I've got to replace those, I guess the guides for the saw blade because too big of chunks of wood are getting in there. I'll bring it back down.
All right, well,
I can't see the new comments. But I've got all that. I just need time and I need it to stop raining. Like, please stop raining. Squirrel. What? Who said squirrel?
That's what York Firewood said. Squirrel? Because that's how you are.
I know. And then everyone said squirrel, and now I don't know what I was talking about.
There's something shiny, and there he goes.
These guys are mean. Rachel's thinking of a question.
I know.
John says chipmunk. John, how many mice have you caught this year? John, tracks everything. I've watched videos where he's like, this wood has lost this much weight in this much time, so it's drying at this rate. It takes this many BTUs to evaporate this much moisture. He had logs of how many mice he catches every year, which I'm on a run right now. I think I wiped out a whole family in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been terrible.
I had to set up. These mice are smart in our house, and so I put traps out, and they'll either eat the peanut butter off them and not get caught, or they'll leave them. I'm like, how do you not go for that? So I put 3 traps all together. I'm like, you got to walk through them. And I started getting them. But these mice are smart in our house. Up at our other property, I catch them mice. They're not as smart. The ones here, they're on to us.
Okay. I have my question.
All right. So Rachel's going to ask a question. And the first person to answer gets a hardworking man hat. And we're going to send it with some stickers.
Oh, Skitter Kev. Hi.
Skitter Kev's here. Kev, I want my moisture meter that you found. Skitter Kev found my moisture meter in his wood pile up in Canada. That short still makes me laugh when I watch it.
5-gallon bucket trap. Listen, we have to.
Those do work. I should build one. But Rachel won't let me put that in her kitchen. These mice live in our kitchen because it's so nice, even though Rachel wants a new one. They take up residence there.
I feel like when we do the new kitchen, which someone asked, I think it was Kent, how are the kitchen plans going? They're not.
Still planning. No, they're going good. They're going great. We're planning.
Got lost in Quebec. Sad. Did it fall off your trailer?
I actually
You're in an ad. Why are there freaking ads on here? I'm sorry.
I don't know. They're on to us. But Kev, I found my moisture meter. Where was it? Where did I find that?
Hooked on the side of an IBC tote?
No, that was the thermostat. The moisture meter was, it was in the kitchen. Because why wouldn't it be? It fell behind my my little thing of fryer oil. I must have, because the battery died. I brought it in to change the battery. This is what happened. I brought it in to change the battery, and then I probably went to cook dinner and I set it down, and then somehow it got knocked down. So then the next time I went to change the fryer oil, boom, there was the moisture meter. So I actually do have it back.
Whatever reason there's an ad. I don't know. I don't know what we
I've never seen ads on live.
No, that's odd.
YouTube must be expanding their
we gotta wait a minute in case ads are all popping up.
Okay. We'll wait till let us know when the ads are done so we can do the question because we want it to be fair.
I do have a good question. Oh, your power's out, Kent? You're running a generator?
We got to do it before he runs out of gas.
At least you have a generator.
My generator I'm glad I got some of these power packs because my generator that I have, I bought at an auction, believe it or not, years ago. I remember this stuff. I remember useless information. So there was a greenhouse that went out of business and I bought a couple generators. I bought a huge safe that I didn't know was in the basement. And me and my dad had to get out. That thing was heavy as can be. I bought a bunch of the overhead Modine heaters. I bought all kinds of stuff because it sold dirt cheap. And we got there to get it. It took us all day to get that stuff because we had to take the heaters down. We had to get the safe out of the basement, like all this stuff. But I made a lot of money and I still have that generator. It's a Craftsman. It still works. It still generates power. But I don't think it runs quite right because when that thing's out running, like the muffler is glowing red and shoots flames. So maybe someone like Ted from Saw Surgeon could get it dialed in a little better. But it makes power. And now with the power packs will be good. So.
All right. I think everyone says the ads are done. Oh,
all right.
Gosh.
So Rachel's. Oh.
How many moisture meters do you have, Heath?
I don't know, but I found them all. So I had 2 that were missing.
How many does he know where they are?
No, I know where all of them are, I think. So I had the pen style one that I really liked that I lost, and I found that, and I lost what was that one? Everyone had it.
That's not the question, guys.
No, that's not the question.
Psych. No.
What was the other one?
Let me ask the question.
Top test. I found my top test. It was in my truck, my dually, in a bag full of gloves. And I was taking gloves out and I actually found a couple. So Tony from TC Outdoors, he did a video that I was going to do, but I lost the parts to it. It was the one, Tony, you'll remember when you did the bar dressing, when you dressed the chainsaw bar. I was going to do that video, and I actually already had that bar dresser, the same exact one you did. And I had a little bar gauge, which is pretty cool, from Oregon, that tells you the pitch of your bar and different stuff about your chains and your bars. And I thought that was neat. And I lost it. So I couldn't do the video, and then you did it. And so then I'm like, yeah. Well, then later I found it, but now I feel like you already did the video. So what's the point of me doing the video?
Back on track, please. See? You got to do this to him.
Okay.
All right,
so,
my question is,
ready. Rachel's going to ask question. First winner. First answer gets a hardworking man.
First correct answer that we
Correct
see.
answer, not the first answer. These guys are all con artists, so you got to.
The first correct answer to the question that I'm asking. What is the brand of the microphones that we use?
Oh, that's a good one. It's not half cord, Ken.
Oh.
I can't even think of it right now.
I said it.
Ride,
No.
it's not Ride.
No.
It's not DJI. It's not Sony.
Oh, man, that means you guys didn't watch my video.
Oh, geez. It's Rachel in the video.
It was.
No.
Drones and cameras and mics. Oh, my.
Jack, it's not hippopotamus.
No.
Not DJI. Nobody knows it.
No, that's a good one.
You guys might have to go watch the video.
I broke down all the equipment we use for all of our videos, and
nobody knows. That was a great question. You're way better at this than me. Somebody's gonna have to go watch it.
I mean,
Great value. I think that's a grocery store brand.
That's
Jack.
Walmart.
Or
You're
Todd.
not get them at Walmart. You just watched it yesterday, Jason. Not Bose.
Nobody wants a hat.
Oh, hard to retain everything, right?
Jimbo says cleavage are us. Like Jimbo, you're on the right video.
I guess
I didn't
you know
even
what
notice
you were.
that when we made the video until it came out. There
Oh,
it is.
Jeff
Jeff,
got
Adirondack
it.
Woodsman, Kamika Boom. Those are the mics.
Oh, he changed his spelling. I was gonna say you spelled it wrong.
Kid can't find the paper.
but-
So
hey, congrats, Jeff.
yeah, shoot us an email. hardworkingmanoutdoors@gmail.com. We'll get you the hat and some stickers. So we still got the awesome money clip knife that we're going to give away to everyone who did a super chat. We'll do a random comment generator or a random number generator in order of how those came in.
Yes. No.
Timon, not the Hero 10. That's our camera. And Timon,
Yeah.
you already won. You can't
You already
keep
won.
winning. You're probably sitting there in your heated vest, getting ready to watch Michigan beat Alabama. Going to be warm and comfortable.
Yeah, the Kamika Boom XD.
You're going to be wearing your new boots.
Gavin got the second part right. All right. See, that was a good one.
That was a really good one. My questions people answer before I get the question out. That's how I win sometimes. Like I watch, so Brad will do these on Firewood at the Furnace. And so I'll answer what I think his question's going to be. And I've won twice doing this. I won a glass, whiskey glass or bourbon glass, and I won one of his knives by answering what I thought the question would be before he asked the question. And I nailed it twice. That's why I made Rachel come up with the question, because I knew she'd be unpredictable.
Greg.
Roll Todd. Boo, Todd, boo. Send me that flashlight holster back.
Oh.
You know what? I like sports. I don't watch them near as much as I used to because I'm always so busy. If I'm home and not doing anything, I'll watch sports. But one of my buddy's friends plays for the University of Michigan, so I've got to cheer for him. As far as Michigan State, I like them both. Like whoever's I can watch, I will. Don't like Ohio State. The only thing I like about Ohio is timing and deer hunting there.
Right. Right. If
But,
you've got a farm that you just need someone to come hunt, let them know.
I'll
It's
come
more than
help you
willing.
out. You know, I'm always here to help.
We'll bring the fam down.
But yeah, my buddy's kid plays for Michigan, so I gotta root for him right now. And everyone hates Michigan right now. Everyone, because they say they cheated, which I mean, cheated. Everyone does it. We got caught. It is what it is, right? You got to give that guy, is it Connor Stallions? You got to give him some credit because he was getting on other teams' sidelines. I feel like at that point, you can't penalize him. Like, bro, you got onto our sideline to steal our signs. That's like a ninja. You got to just be like, hey, I tip my cap to you.
Hey, you thought my question was going to be how much wood is in a full half cord? That's a very
A full
tricky
half cord is just over a half cord.
It's a half cord that's fully a half a cord, right? Is that what you meant to say?
No, I meant over a half cord, but sometimes I misspeak.
Listen, when I'm editing him, I'm like, what did you say? He's like, leave me alone.
She does it sometimes too when I'm editing her.
Says words backwards. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
They keep saying Harbaugh's going to the NFL. You know what? Maybe he is, but so is my buddy's son. So this is his senior year. It's McGregor, defensive end. He's probably going to get drafted. I called like 5 years ago at work. I'm like, hey, I called to be his agent. Like I was the first one to call it. And he decided to go with a real agent instead of me. So I'm a little disappointed right now, but I still got to cheer for the kid, right?
Good night, Jimbo. Merry Christmas. Hope you have good supper for you.
Yeah, Christmas is coming. It does not. I don't
Gavin,
know what other places are
Adirondack
like.
Woodsman won the hat. He was first to comment. Kamika.
So I don't know what it's like other places. It's Christmas in a few days, 7 days. It doesn't feel like Christmas, man. I feel like I got to go mow the lawn, except the mower will get stuck in the mud. Like,
right.
It is
I
not
know.
Christmassy at all, except
to-
for I got Christmas lights hung up outside. So that's cool. I know Jeff and Patty, they're not here from
They're not
Mountaintop
here.
Outdoors. Jeff's probably hanging more Christmas lights. He always is showing off doing that stuff. But
Jeff's the only reason Christmas lights got hung last year.
yeah, so Rachel's still mad at me because it took me 20 years to get the first set hung up. But this year I got it. I got these Christmas lights hung up, I'll never have to take them down again as long as they don't
Wow,
quit
they're not
working.
really hung up. They're like part across
Well, I
the
ran
top,
out of hooks.
and
I
then
ran
they
out of
drop
hooks.
down.
But I did it in the rain and the snow at night after working 12-hour shift,
Oh,
taking care of everything. I still went out and hung those lights. So when they came home, they'd be hung, and I ran out of hooks. So
That's what I was going to
it
say,
looks
Donald.
sweet because they're hung all the way across 3/4 of the house, and then it's like
It
a
just drops.
Christmas like
He thinks it's a
Christmas
waterfall.
waterfall. It looks awesome. I might leave it like that.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Kicking lights.
watch your ring light. Evan's committed to Alabama. Is he playing sports there? Or he's just decided that's where he wants to go for college.
I mean, you know what?
I already ordered my gift, John.
I'm not gonna lie.
Said after our gift guide, I said I want a KitchenAid mixer.
Well, no, we got to
then-
tell the true story.
And then Bobby Six Guns was like, Heath, buy her a mixer. And I was like, yeah. So I went,
we have a mixer that does the same thing. It's just not called a KitchenAid. It makes the greatest cookies and bread. I've gained 20 pounds in the last 2 months because of this mixer. So it works. But so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get her a mixer. So I went and I'm like, okay, this is the mixer we got. They make a KitchenAid, and then they make a bigger one and a bigger one and a different one and a different one. So I'm like, I'm going to get the best KitchenAid mixer they make. So I put it in the Amazon cart to ask my daughter what color she wanted, because there's 357 different colors of KitchenAid mixer you can get. And my daughter is like, oh, she wants this color. Well, the one I was going to get her wasn't in that color. Well, then Rachel looks in the Amazon cart and she's like, I don't want that one. And then she's like, I want this one. And she sends me a link, and I almost buy it. And then she's like, no, wait, hold on. I want this one, and sends me another link. And then she's like, no. I don't want that one. I want this one, and sends me another. I said, you know what? You just buy the mixer, whatever color, whatever one you want, and I still get credit for it. So that's the mixer story. Yeah. She's getting a mixer. She already knows because she bought it, but I bought it. I mean, right? I still get credit, I think.
We don't really do Christmas much. We haven't really been. For many, many years, we had no money to even
Ted,
do
Merry
Christmas
together. A whole bunch of comments just went on, but right. Ted says.
It's all right. Where is Todd? Oh, his log lift is leaving for college next year. That's all. They're just talking to each other, honey.
Okay. All right.
So let's do the drawing for the super chat.
Right. Everyone who did a super chat, there was how many? Count them up, Rach.
Am I gonna have to do the random comment thing?
Well, we'll give you a random number.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be your number is the number of super chat that you were tonight, and we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, all the viewers, all the subscribers, all the people who watch the channel, all the people who love Rachel and still watch because I'm here, like everybody. But so we got 10 super chats tonight, which is a new record. So we're gonna do a random number generator 1 through 10. And the winner is going to get this, which is the money clip Hardworking Man uses. And all my Firewood money goes in this thing. And it's got the Hardworking Man laser etched on there.
Yes.
That actually says HWM, not MWH.
That was.
And it's a SOG knife. Like, it's a nice little knife.
The Hardworking Woman handmade that for you.
Yeah. This is made with love.
Absolutely. All right. Generating.
Number 4.
Jason,
Backyard Firewood. That's going to be nice because it's Michigan, so we might save on some shipping.
Backyard Firewood, Jason.
But you did cost me almost $1,000 in getting saws. I mean, a few $100s in getting saws ported.
Yeah, it was like, what, $50? No. Lies.
I mean, they're worth it. Rachel loves it.
We think you and Tracy are great, Tony. I hope you guys come to the Hoosier Hysteria because I would like to hang out with you guys again.
That Hoosier Firewood Hysteria, like I said, it's a lot of work. I'm hoping, I was like, you know what, we got to do it. It's got to be longer because we got there late because I was waiting for Rachel to get ready.
We're just the worst at getting anywhere on time.
Ken says squirrel. I forget what I was saying now. Stop putting squirrel in there because I don't know what I was saying anymore.
Right.
But so we got there late and squirrel. That's all I can think about.
We would like to get there earlier, spend more time.
To get to meet, like Obi brought these things. They weren't a hot dog and they weren't a brat. They were something in the middle.
It was good. We were hungry.
Yeah.
We liked it.
I ate it and they were good. But so squirrel. Dang it.
Are you for real?
I can't think of what I was going to say.
Well, quit trying to read while you talk.
But it's a lot of fun. Everybody should go there and make a lot of wood for the veterans. And the more people there are,
The more fun we
the
have.
more fun it will be, and
The
the more
more-
free time we'll have. But I said it
Yes.
should be more than one day because the one day is all making wood. So we need time to hang out and get to know people. And
Todd, our firewood stand has
relax.
been empty for weeks. We'll
I'm
send
sold
you that
out.
money.
I cannot.
We'll include that money with the knife.
I need to make
Um,
more wood. Like I sell
see?
wood for more than most people in my area, and I still am sold out without even advertising that I sell wood. I got to make more.
People
But
text him
I
and
think
call
we'll
him
be
all
able
the
to.
time. Like, do you have more
Yeah.
wood? Do you need more wood?
Like, hey, I want 3 cords. I'm like, I can't keep my roadside stand filled anymore at this point.
Dave gave us a little background on the KitchenAid mixers and why they cost so much more. I actually got mine,
She stole it with all the
$200
sales and
off.
discounts and
and I had another coupon, so I did not pay what original price is.
so Hobart. So speaking of the Hobart mixers, I've actually bought those at auctions, like the commercial mixers, and then resold them at other auctions and made money. But those things are huge. Those are for legit businesses.
Yeah, we don't have any space for that. Yeah, CJ, get there earlier Thursday to hang out more.
Oh, Todd, that's what they make sick leave for. You just got to call in sick. He said he didn't get vacation for next year.
You had
That's what.
Wait a minute, Bobby. You guys had old fashions. Where were you drinking those at?
Hey, we got hot dogs or whatever, hot dog brats.
Was that the night after? Where were you drinking old fashions at? I was not privy to this.
Speaking of, so Greg Prince says beaver for Chris, squirrel for Keith. So at the first Paul Bunyan show that we
Yeah,
went
the
to,
beaver
I had a
belts.
couple of drinks, right? And so Chris and his brother Kenny had the beaver hats there,
Nice
and I didn't
try,
know
Jeff.
they were like $200 a piece. Or
He's like, well, take them all.
I said, I'll take them all.
I said, Heath, they're 200. Never
Never
mind.
mind, we don't need beaver hats. I almost spent like 10 grand on beaver hats.
What's a face guard? 150.
Yeah, I sell a third of a cord for $150 for just my mixed hardwood. And there's places around here where sometimes they'll put them up for $55 for a third of a cord or a face cord. You can't even make it for that kind of money.
Mm-mm.
Like it costs that much in like your time's worth 30 cents an hour at that point, you know? So yeah.
You guys went to a restaurant, Ted? I didn't even go to a restaurant.
Hey, we were busy working while these guys were
I guess
drinking
we
old fashions and going out to dinner. No
We
wonder.
weren't part of the cool kids club. Maybe they'll let us in.
I think they just use this for our labor.
Jeff thinks you can send him the all-wood table instead of the hat. Brad, I want the ice cream attachment because our kids love ice cream, and that would be fun.
Good night, Tony. I'm going to have to fill my boiler. We're going to be making some boiler wood here soon, which I've never done before because I haven't had a boiler, and I didn't sell boiler wood. I saw
Bunyan.
the small split. So Tony's going to fill his outdoor wood boiler, which starting next Saturday, I'm going to have to start doing. And he's going to check his traps, like mouse traps, because sometimes we'll be sitting here late at night and you'll hear.
Sounds like the toaster.
We got
him.
I hope. The other day, though, I got one. And I went and I looked and I seen a trap was wiggling. I had him by the tail and he got back in a hole. And so the trap was wiggling. I tried to pull him out by his tail and I just got his tail. So there's a tailless mouse. I'll know when I'm waiting to get that one. I haven't got him yet.
Well, maybe you should include us next time, Todd and Bobby.
Oh, at Bunyan, he says.
Yeah, well, you still didn't invite us out to dinner.
We went out with James Baton at dinner.
We just
he
had to-
said this place is really fast.
We had to force ourselves to dinner. We're like, does anybody like us? You want to eat dinner with us?
We went out with Dick and
Brad and them.
No. At the New York.
Oh, well, that was a
Darren. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was an all right dinner.
Well, we
were going to go out with Jack and Taryn, but they were busy going to all these places with $300 steaks.
Yes. Oh, hey, Shetland Family Firewood. Welcome.
Boilers are nice mice crematoriums.
You've
I hear
never
you
had
can.
a mouse in your house? How?
We got a whole herd of mice in our house.
Even when we lived in the city, we had them.
But in the country, you always got mice and spiders, and it's just part of living in the country. But I wouldn't give it up. I ain't living in the city with cockroaches and rats. I'll give them. We've had squirrels.
Cats. He will not. Our daughter has a cat.
No.
She bought when she moved.
I got
to
a
Florida.
wiener dog. That's like a cat. But
She does catch him.
we've had 3 or 4 squirrels in our house.
You weren't allowed to go.
We had 3 or 4 squirrels in our house. Like one day, the first squirrel ever, probably 30 bats. Bats love our house. But So like 4:30 or
And
5 in the morning.
Thank you, Bruce. As long as it's not snakes, I will die.
We've
if
had
there's-
lizards.
I would-
Rachel thought it was one of the kids' toy lizards, and it was a
Lizards
real
are?
lizard. We got
Okay.
skinks here.
Skinks.
The only lizard that lives in Michigan.
But
But
no,
so-
a snake, you would have to produce the dead body of that thing in order for me to come back in the house.
I used to kill snakes until I was like, they eat mice. So, okay, I got all kinds of stories now. My brain's going off. So
Yeah.
before, when I don't kill snakes anymore because I don't like snakes, but they eat mice. So I'd rather have snakes eating mice than mice in my house. But so when I was younger, if I saw a snake, I'd get a shovel and I'd go chop it. My kids catch them. My oldest boy will catch 100 snakes in a day and get bit by them. And he's like, I hope that one wasn't poisonous. And he's bleeding. But so that same boy, when I was gone for the Air Force years ago, he came in the house and he told Rachel, how old was he? When he's like, I need a spoon. And you're like, what do you need a spoon for? And he's like, there's a snake in the yard. I got to go chop its head off because that's what I did with a shovel.
Oh, gosh.
Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, Joe did. But now Joe just catches snakes and has pet snakes and lizards and all this
We have
stuff.
not had a pet snake in my house.
Well, we made him keep those outside. But I was going to say something else too.
Todd and Bobby are trying to say they're not part of the cool team, the cool kids club. And I don't know where you get that from. Who is the cool club? That's the question.
I don't know
We
what
do
the
not live in
comments are.
Texas.
Dave W.
Mr.
We have. I'm out of the red, white, and blue hats. No, I do have one more red, white, and blue hat.
What are you doing?
But I have a black and a gray. But if you're interested in a hat, we do sell them. Shoot me an email at hardworkingmanoutdoors@gmail.com. And we got to get a website up because that's one of the reasons we named our channel Hardworking Man, is because we thought it would be a cool name and people would like it. And then we make these awesome, comfortable shirts and these hats that people love. And we're just so busy, we never got a website up. We bought like 2 or 3 websites and never have made them websites.
Oh, it's just not what I like doing.
No, I hired her for the job and she's let me down so far.
Oh. Where'd he go?
What are you doing? Ken hates snakes.
Jason wants to get a 15-passenger van and be the designated driver. Listen, that's why we stay there, so no one has to
You don't
drive.
need a designated driver.
Or if you're the Easton Maker, you just walk
the first year,
5 miles
the first
over the
year-
expressway.
the first year we went to Bunyan, which again, if you haven't been to Bunyan, go, because the first year we went, Hardworking Man didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. We didn't think anyone would know who we were. We didn't know what to expect. And we got there and everyone, like bigger channels, everyone was just so welcoming. So it's just like, you're all friends, it's not, I don't know how to say it, but like, it doesn't matter if you're bigger, you're small, or you don't have a channel or you do. It's just a good time. Everyone's chatting, talking about life experiences, just having a fun time, getting to know each other. And just the whole time, it's just a great environment, great people. It was awesome. And it was a lot of fun. But so we had a couple of drinks, and the next morning, everyone, we're not huge morning people. So people get to these shows in the morning, which we need to do better at. But the next morning, everyone was at the show except Rachel was still asleep. And then she woke up and she's like, I need some breakfast. So I went down to get breakfast and I'm like, everyone's going to be gone. And then Shib comes out. So Shib and Rachel were the last 2 out of the hotel.
We were also the last ones up at night.
We were the last ones up at night.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. Bunyan, Todd, it's the first weekend in October, like 4, 5, and 6.
Yep.
We are booked the 3rd through the 6th.
Chris Farrell, did anyone guess the weight of that log? Chris, there were 3 people within like 6 or 7 pounds of it. It was 313.4 pounds.
Ad.
And I think the winner was 316 pounds.
Joe makes all of their own ice cream. I'm sure it tastes way better. All right. Good night, Dick. I think we're going to call it, like, I'm not going past 9, so.
Yeah, we started at 7.
Mm-hmm. It's a school night.
Oh, Todd, what was the name of the place they stayed at Bunyan?
Oops.
Well, Grady didn't get that either. I don't know what Todd's saying. Thanks, Dave. Or actually, if you don't know how the Hardworking Man name came about, we were sitting there, our whole family, like we all worked together on this stuff. So when the kids wanted a YouTube channel, and I procrastinated for years, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I had done it back when they wanted to do one. But I'm like, I don't got time for that. I don't know how to do technology. If I have an hour to get work done, I want to get an hour and a half of work done. And anyone who has a YouTube channel and creates content knows if you have an hour and you are making a video, you get 5 minutes of work done.
Right. He'll be like, we got to hurry up and go. And I was like, no, I have 45 minutes and I'm leaving the house. We cannot film unless you're literally ready to go now. And he's not. So it's hard.
When we started the channel, I forget what I was saying. You interrupted me. Oh, it's a great name. So coming up with the Hardworking Man name. So we were like, what's our name going to be? And one of our first, we wanted a name that no one else had. And we came up with all this different stuff. And then we'd search if someone had it. And one of the ones I came up with was, I always would say, living the dream. And so I looked and someone already had it. And it's actually Rick, who watches our channel, comments on it all the time. And so I was like, dang it. Because I always say, like, people are like, how's it going? I'm like, living the dream. So that was going to be the channel name. But then that didn't work. And we came up with all these different ideas. And then Rachel's like, why don't you call it Hardworking Man? And I'm like, I don't know. Because whenever I'm doing a task at home, whether it be hanging Christmas lights or installing a new floor or a new, designing a new kitchen.
It doesn't matter what he's doing.
Whatever I'm doing, I would walk through and just yell, Hardworking Man coming through, so that they knew I was working on something. So I would get my man bonus points, the imaginary bonus point system. Like, Hardworking Man going to do dishes. So she's like, why don't you call it Hardworking Man? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, but then we ended up, that's what we went with. And
because we're not just Firewood. We're a lot of other things. So you don't,
right.
We can be whatever. Hardworking Man.
So we do outdoor cooking.
Anything.
We do a little bit of hunting habitat work, like whatever. But people a lot of times are like, you should be hardworking couple or hardworking woman or whatever. But Hardworking Man is what Rachel came up with. And we loved the name, and it's who we've sort of become. So that's where it came from. Anyways.
Yeah, I guess there's some not great hotels. Who did?
Nick Pixel stayed at an awesome hotel.
Really nice hotel. You should check out his.
If
Bunyan
the Fairfield
video.
books out, the Fairfield is where it's at, because all the cool kids are
That's
at the
where
Fairfield.
everyone's at. I don't know how far
Even
away his
maybe
hotel was.
Bert will get Chris to stay there this year, because they were drinking those Mountain Dew, those hard Mountain Dews, and they were going down easy.
But he had a really nice. It was a brand new hotel, really close to the fairgrounds, and it looked really nice.
There's also like a pretty cool like camping place that we saw. It's like got a lake and it's got a bunch of little cabins. Like if you can't get a hotel and that's open, that was pretty cool place. It was like glamping. I like a tent.
They were like A-frame cabins right on the water. I would definitely stay there.
Cool. But the Fairfield's where it's at. That's where the live's at. Tons of people go there. We're going to be there Thursday. We'll be out at the fire every single night hanging out. If it's raining, we'll be inside, and maybe we'll bring one of our little fire pits and light a fire on the lobby. Like, who knows? You don't know what you're going to get.
Oh,
Shibe was buying kids stuff at the snack store, like creeping them out, tried to get them to get candy and puppies in his van.
Was that at Bunyan or Boonville?
That was at Bunyan. Oh. But the kid's dad was there, so we checked with his dad. But we were like, what do you want? Pick anything out of the store. And the kid's like, no. Like, it's safe. Like, Dad, tell him it's safe. Like, and Shai bought the kid everything he wanted out of the store. And the kid at first, he's like, I don't need anything. And then he's like, I'll get a soda.
Right.
I'll get a candy bar. I'll get a bag of chips. And Shibe's like, get whatever you want. So the kid ended up getting a pretty good haul, but he was a little nervous at first.
Good to see you. Did you smoke some cheese? No.
I've never smoked cheese. I'm not sure that I can cold smoke enough. I want to. There's all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I got a batch of jerky in the fridge that's going to go on the smoker tomorrow. Like pork briskets. You don't ever know what you're going to get with those, because when they hit the stall, we've eaten dinner at 1 a.m. before. My buddy one day, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, whatever. Having a fire, whatever. Like, you want to come over?" He's like, "I work till midnight." I'm like, come over." He's like, "What are you going to be doing?" And I had a brisket that had stalled for hours. So I'm like, "We'll probably be eating dinner." And he's like, ha, ha, ha. He shows up at like 12:20 in the morning, and we're literally sitting at the dinner table, the whole family, the kids, everybody. And we've got a brisket. We've got corn. We've got rolls. we've got mashed potatoes
It
and
was
gravy.
a full family dinner.
And he
at
walked in and he's
midnight.
like, "Oh my gosh, you're eating dinner at 1 a.m.
We've been
Like, I thought you
waiting.
were joking." I'm like, "No, that's for
Kids were
the
crying
brisket
all
stalled
day.
out, man. It didn't want to cook."
They wanted dinner. Nope, gotta wait for that brisket.
Anthony, apple smoked cheddar. I'm going to smoke cheese one way or another at some point. And we have all that apple wood that Rachel smashed her finger. I've never split much apple wood. And that stuff, it's like, it's hard and dense, but twisted and knotty and brittle. Like when it splits, it snaps. And Phil from Allen Family Firewood, he's like, "Oh yeah, apple wood always does that. Like you got to keep your palms on the wood and keep it at the top to defend against what happened with Rachel." And he runs that vertical splitter like he's probably put as much wood through a vertical splitter as almost anybody. But
here, where we go. Joe's wife tells him to start a channel. He just wants to get the work done. No working computer. Well, if you have a smartphone, you don't need a computer.
We started
You
with
can
an
edit on
iPhone.
that.
I did the video recording, the editing, everything on an iPhone. Buck and Billy Ray, who has almost 500,000 subscribers, does
uses his
everything on an
iPhone.
iPhone. Like
Right.
that's what he does.
If you're thinking of starting one, just do it.
Watch our video that we did at the Paul Bunyan show where we interviewed all the creators, all content creators, and you'll get a lot of good tips. And most people are like, if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. Just jump in. And I almost feel like deleting some of my early videos because they're bad. They're real bad.
Yeah.
You get better as you go, and without doing it, you're not going to know.
That. Thank you.
And maybe not everyone, it's not for everyone. Everyone won't love it because it is a lot of work. It does take up time.
It's a lot of work. And even if you're not feel like no one's watching, you have to just keep putting it out because someone will it'll eventually work out.
And you meet a lot of great people.
You have some good tips on smoking cheese.
Who does?
You have to turn it to the lowest temp, put a tray of ice under it. Below 80 degrees, you'll be fine.
Oh, see, I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out.
Why are there ads? I literally don't know. I apologize. I don't know what I could have done.
She turned them like she tried to edit it and I yelled at her.
Yeah.
I don't know what all these people are saying. It's
oh,
so
yeah.
fast.
Ken, be careful with that apple because
on the axis. Yeah. Any vertical because that apple just kicks.
It's so fast. Like it just got me. Faster than I even knew to take my foot off the pedal. Yeah.
Todd does all his on an iPhone. Like there's a lot of channels. There's some very, very
like I said, iPhones are
high
great.
production channels
they
that are
really
done on
are great.
iPhones.
They will do, and there's the whole editing on there. You don't even have to like the iMovie. Like that's what a lot of people do, and it works.
Technology isn't my jam. Rachel's my tech support. Yeah, Jack, we use Filmora, and we don't even scratch the surface of it. We were talking about that today, like that Insta360 and the Filmora and our Sony ZV-1.
There's so many.
We don't even scratch the surface of what this stuff can do. I told Rachel, I'm like, you need to go back to school to learn how to do all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, live streaming from that camera connecting to the computer worked good earlier. I think it didn't work this time because this was a scheduled we
had the camera because we wanted it to be better. We're always trying to improve. Our goal is to constantly improve and do something better. Whether it's me not talking as much or putting more Rachel on the show, whatever it is,
some
we try
people
to
had
do
ads,
better.
some people didn't. So who knows why?
Maybe if you're
premium, you
premium, I don't think
wouldn't,
you get ads.
No, John, you don't get any money. In fact, I'm going to send a bill. You're going to get an invoice.
Yeah, Bill, we charge you.
For watching.
John, we charge you for hanging out with us.
Oh, God. Oh, my
finger's
finger's
fine.
fine.
All from the iPhone.
Right, Dave, my finger, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing.
It didn't even mess up her nail. It just was.
It didn't.
Scared her
my
more
nail
than
didn't
anything.
get black. I didn't lose my nail. It just was. There was like visible bruising on the skin on these two fingers for quite a while. I mean, it probably only hurt to where it felt like still bruised deep for a good 2 weeks.
B. William, that I agree with 100%. And that's one of the toughest things to conquer, in my opinion. He says the best tip for good videos is to have good audio because bad audio will cause people to quit watching faster than anything. And I agree. Like I had the worst, and we still struggle with audio sometimes. Like when you're with these Kamika boom mics, we can talk a lot of times when the machine's running and you can hear us, but sometimes you couldn't because the mics weren't working or whatever. Or wind noise, listening to wind noise is, and we're still learning. We still have a lot. Like I just realized the other day in the video I did, wherever that mic is, when I would turn my head towards it, it would sound loud and crisp and clear. But when I'd turn my head away, it was hard to hear. So I'm going to like put a little mount, like remember with the braces, the old mouth things, I think I'm going to mount my mic to one of those. So that way you can hear me good all the time.
No, you are not.
I know I'm not, but no, audio is tough. That's got to be one of the toughest things, I think, is the audio.
Todd, there's no mosquitoes here, amazingly.
No, because my thermocell's still out there hooked to the wood stove.
I mean, it's because we're in the woods.
Oh, here. Yeah, we got the thermocell.
Yes, no mosquitoes. It's, it's just really nice.
Rachel got this stuff from a closing she did the other day. She sold the house.
One of my clients, she had this in her gym.
Like, they were moving down to Tennessee, and they're like,
hey,
we're not taking that.
She's
like, well, what are you going to do with it? She's like, that'll be perfect for our live. We got more. You'll see a new one next time. We have
other ones. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, Todd or Jack just realized, you know who Gavin is that's been commenting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know he's been commenting, but Gavin, so he did me a solid. If you watch Chris from In the Woodyard, right? That's Gavin.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted one of these hardworking man hats. And like I said, I love giving stuff away. And Gavin was like, hey, can I get a sticker? He was collecting stickers at the Paul Bunyan show. And so then he's like, what, you got hats? Because we gave him a shirt. And so I was like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one of these hats and I'm going to give you a stack of stickers. But I want you to put them on all Chris's equipment. So if you watch In the Woodyard, you'll see hardworking man stickers around. And
he did not put those
Chris
on
calls
himself.
Chris calls them an eyesore. I think it's awesome. So see if you can find some hardworking man sticker on Chris's videos In the Woodyard, and then just say, hey,
love that sticker.
Love that sticker. Gavin did a great job putting those hardworking man stickers all over.
You can't trust us.
No. So I actually had an idea at the Paul Bunyan show, and I didn't know because you don't want to make people mad. And Chris, I don't think they're an eyesore. I think it's a step up in class. But we were going to, I thought it would be funny to go around the Paul Bunyan show with our hardworking man stickers and just put them on everybody's stuff. Like at all the splitter booths, just put them on, like at the Wolf Ridge booth, put some hardworking man stickers, the Easton Made, the Brute Force, like all these, just slapping hardworking man stickers on so people see them when they come around. But you don't want to upset people, so we didn't do it. But
oh, he's got Mountaintop Outdoor in his dump trailer. I wonder if they have the same idea.
They might.
What? There's a naked lady in the woods? Was she only wearing chaps?
Rachel with that chaps video. She it's funny because some people I guess don't get the humor in it. And so some of the comments like, well, you need gloves and glasses or you're like, God, it's a joke. Somebody actually said, they were like, oh, nice fake video. Your saw bar is upside down. Does that mean your chain's on backwards? Like, could it be any more fake? I'm like, actually, the words on a chainsaw bar don't mean anything. Like most of us flip them every couple of sharpenings to keep them wearing even. But this guy thought it was such a fake video that the bar was upside down and the chain was on backwards because the bar was upside down. Because we all know that they're only one way. Those, if your bar.
Well, James, welcome to the show.
James, we were talking about our dinner at Bunyan, the quick and fast dinner that we didn't get. But
I started that chainsaw myself. It took
she did. We had a couple of takes.
Took a few issues because his describing how to do it from here didn't correlate necessarily.
Well, once that saw was ported too, and Joe he machines the head so it has the increased compression. He sets everything. So it had more compression than a typical 50cc Echo.
Well, and then I kept like yanking, and then you're like, oh, this button has to be pushed.
She had the power switch off,
I was like, so no. That was the longest part of that short. me starting that. But I did it.
Out there in the woods with chaps. That's past 9, Jeff says. Jeff wants us to end.
All right. Good night,
Jeff's
Jeff.
like, that's enough. All right. Ken's
Yeah.
going to bed. Ken's probably tired from all that splitting he did
I
at the Hope
mean-
House. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out K&L Fire or York Firewood.
Oh man.
Jack from Log Cabin Firewood, Brad Firewood at the Furnace. All these guys went. John freaking Jeep. Like they were all there making wood for a good cause. Check it out.
I'm not sure when the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria is. Last year it was in May.
It's
Do you have a date yet? I don't know. Mike.
No, I think it's
K&L.
April. I think it's April. April or May. I think he has a date, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm bad at that stuff.
We'll announce it. We'll let y'all know when it is because pretty sure we're going.
April 27th, Todd says.
Oh,
April 27th. 26th and 27th, Bobby says.
Thank
So
you,
I'll say
Bobby.
26, 27, 28. Let's make it 3 days. Hanging out, having
25
a
through
good time.
just 25 through
Campfires.
28.
Okay, 25 through 28. Rachel says make it 4 days.
I gotta look on the calendar and see what days of the week we're talking.
What's Jeff say? What states can... I can't see it.
April 20. Oh, I was like, it's 2 days. 27th is a Sunday. I'd rather not do all that on a Sunday.
Oh, we got to take some states out. Get them out of the way. The states that don't matter. Jack, we're tent camping. That's all we do.
We only
We
have
will
a
be
tent.
there in a tent. I bet
We
you Dell will be there in a tent.
We have cots.
Obi will be there in
Obi.
a tent. Bring the tent campfires.
I'm
I mean, if it's cold, Jack, I mean, you got to keep warm, you know.
we have a heater that we plug into our power pack. Jack
Yeah,
has an
well,
Opus.
Jack's trying to he's trying to cuddle with me in case it's cold.
Well. Oh, I did see that. Can I snuggle? with
Todd,
you?
I'm telling you, you just got to call in sick, I think. Like, if you're sick, you're sick, right? I don't know if you get sick leave at work. I do. It's the Trump card. You can be sick any day. Yeah, James, a smokeless campfire. I'll bring a smokeless campfire. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Bring that 37D. Let's crank that thing out. I think last year, what was there? We had our
Jay's
all wood in
gonna
our
be in a
table.
tent.
We had our all wood with the table. Rod from Midwest Outdoors or Firewood of Midwest. He had his Wolfridge there. Mike from K&L had his Axis. There was Jennings 1222 from 765 guys. There was Outdoors with Andy. What
Did
did
you
he
say the
have?
Wolfridge?
916 maybe. Yeah. So we had a couple splitters there. I think this year there will probably be a few more, but there wasn't a 37D
I
there.
bet Jay's
Bring
gonna
that bad
bring
boy.
his.
Jay will
Wolfridge.
maybe bring his. Obi brought a dump trailer. Like there was everything. There was tractors. There was splitters. There was chainsaws.
Right.
Jeremiah Outdoors in 906 was there. His wife, Amanda and Rachel were running that all wood all day, just making wood, just cranking.
With Jay. the
Jay,
three of
Jay.
us.
By the end of
We
the
were a
day,
powerhouse.
Jay's like, I'm cramping. I'm like, I'm cramping too, Jay. Like we got to keep going.
Joe, if you missed us at Bunyan, you probably were there in the morning. we are not,
Dell's gonna be there Friday through
we
Sunday.
usually aren't there early in the mornings.
Oh, 608. What did I say? 906. That's the UP.
Oh, there is a 906 channel. That's
Yeah, I said
probably
608.
why. Jeremiah.
Numbers are all jumbling with me right now. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's my first day off, so this first day off for me is always rough.
Iowa and Indiana have some monster bucks. I know he wants to move to Iowa.
Oh my gosh, Kansas, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, everywhere but Michigan. Like Michigan is just, I mean, I'll go hunt not any other state. Florida has many deer. Pennsylvania, I think, similar to Michigan. But these guys are trying to distract me with little animals again. Donald, so I get distracted easy, but I remember Donald asked earlier if I had used the bar cleaner because he gave us some little screwdrivers for bar cleaners, and I do use those. And I also have a little snap-on pick that I stole from my dad, and that's coming full circle. So when I was younger, I'd steal tools from my dad and ratchet straps, tie-down straps, all this stuff. Well, now I'm starting to find stuff missing, and my kids are stealing it from me. So when they say stuff goes full circle, Like I just realized
Goes
one of my
around,
jet
comes
sleds
around.
is missing, and I think my son stole it. And
Bruce, we'd love to come hunt in West Virginia. You got some big bucks.
my my daughter's boyfriend was over the other day, and I'm like, is that my jacket? He's wearing my jacket. This is the second year in a row I've caught him with my jacket on. And like,
he's like, oh yeah, I wondered who's this.
so all
was.
my stuff just disappears, and it's my kids are stealing it and taking it, and that's what I did to my dad. So I guess I'm paying the price.
Oh man, Todd says there's no bucks in Illinois.
Todd, there is. I've seen your wall. There's what you guys call little bucks in Michigan, we call big bucks.
Well, okay, so I do see people in Iowa are getting pretty annoyed.
Oh, they hate Michigan hunters.
No, not Michigan. It's everyone in the country because there's all the Iowa
TV
influencers that go to Iowa to hunt, and so now there's a million people drawing tags.
People hate Ohio. People in Ohio hate when people from Michigan come there because we go down and we shoot their 2.5-year-old deer.
A 325-pound 12 bull.
That's a big deer. Wow, that's a big deer.
Oh, Merry Christmas,
David.
John.
If you live in California, I apologize. I'm sorry. I've been there. It's not for me. 13 years and he's only seen one small doe. I couldn't do California. Y'all can have the beach. Y'all can have the water.
They're like small dogs around in Texas, around San Antonio.
Texas has big antlers, though. Well,
don't you remember when what school, what military training were you at, where you were like walking and there was just big bucks? Just
that was down in Georgia on the training center where no one can hunt. When deer know you can't hunt them, I was walking up. I was walking within 15 feet of like 10 points. They just sit there like you could feed them snacks out of your hand because they know they're safe. What'd you say? John's calling me?
No, I said, Jeff, where's the Christmas lights?
They're almost up.
They're halfway
I bought more
up.
hooks today to finish it, but it's been like raining and sleeting snow all day. So
yeah, bundles are done now. Jeff, Saginaw is about 1.5 hours.
Good thing Rachel knows that because I don't.
That's where Megan went to school. You have no idea.
Mountaintop Outdoors is here. The Christmas lights.
I know, that's what I said.
Oh, I told them they weren't here earlier, and I said Jeff's probably out hanging up more lights. He's got lights all over. He's got them on the trees. He's got them on the fence. He's got them everywhere.
I passed him and I was like, "That's the kind of house I want." And he says, "I don't even know how you get lights out there."
James, shut your mouth. Y'all getting me in trouble.
Yeah.
James, you're banned. I'm gonna block you from the channel. I can't do the kitchen when I'm busy creating content for all of you guys. I tried to do the kitchen. I wanted to bring the new Kubota right into the kitchen and rip the old one out, and Rachel told me I can't.
The kitchen it's something.
It's going to be a big, huge project because Rachel wants a gourmet kitchen with a new KitchenAid mixer in it. So I got her the mixer. So we're halfway there.
Heath thinks that it would be great to just take out the base cabinets and put in half of my replacement cabinets with
out the layout,
old used countertop that's just random pieced together, and that's called a remodel. And
no, that's called a step in the process.
Because then you'll say, "See, I gave you a new kitchen. Nothing ever makes you happy." And that's not even. I don't even know because that'll be 5 more years still living with half of my house full of cabinets.
The kitchen could be content. But we've got so much content now, we don't want to overload the internet. They're putting ads on our live for crying out loud.
He's never going to do my kitchen.
Yes, I am.
He doesn't want the kitchen done.
I do want the kitchen done. Yes, I do.
The kitchen could be content, but he does not care.
I can't do it orange and blue. I'm waiting for somebody to be like, hey, you guys need a new kitchen. We're going to come do it for your channel.
Oh, gosh.
Jeff and Patty, I haven't seen the kindling. I saw the thumbnail for the kindling video. So this is how, these guys in the comments already know because they keep typing squirrel and chipmunk and ball and stuff. But so I saw your kindling video thumbnail and I went to click on it and then I saw something else and I did something else and then I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch that. I want to watch it and see what it's all about.
What did he fly off the handle at you for, Bobby? Oh, about the
KitchenAid,
mixer.
Bobby.
Hey, I got it. I got it. It's ordered. It's coming this week. Thank you, Bobby.
You don't get it till Christmas.
Well, it's arriving this
wrap
week.
that bad boy up.
That's fine. I won't make you anything with it. You'll be banned.
A 315-pound swamp buck. 16-point non-typical.
Holy. Oh
so
my gosh.
My grandpa.
James has a major mouse problem. Apparently we all have mice.
If you live in the country, you got mice. I'll take them because that means you're in the country most likely. Like Rachel's like, why is there mice in my house? I'm like, because we live in the country. We got some friends that they have probably the most beautiful house I've ever been in.
It's a mansion.
It's a mansion.
Like a serious
These
mansion.
people have, I never knew I'd know someone with this much money, but they've had squirrels in their houses.
James lives in the
They've
city.
had raccoons, like all the same problems we have. So Rachel's like, why block where they're coming in? I'm like, you can't block a mouse. Like a mouse is going to come in if you want. Like these people, their house
I
is
like
literally,
your idea, Jeff.
it's insane. And they get animals in their house. Like it's just part of living in the country. It is, or the city. If you got mice
We
in the
used
city.
to have mice in the city. I was on the phone with a sister the other day, and one was just all of a sudden popped out and was sitting right on my slider door. And I
So
was
she
like,
put her feet up on the couch, and I get home from work, and she's like, "There was a
No,
mouse over there."
you were on a deer track with a dog,
Oh.
so I couldn't send my dog to get. I tried to get my Catahoula. I was like, get it, and she just looked at me and would not go get
No,
that
my
mouse.
Catahoula, she won't do nothing. So I get home with our little wiener dog, and she's like, "There's a mouse over there." So I bring Dee Dee over there, and I move the curtain, and that little mouse is sitting there, and no more mouse.
I was like, I don't even know what to do. If I move, it's going to run, and I don't need it running near me. If I could have opened up the door and let it scurry out, I would have, but that wasn't happening.
Jeff says everyone's gonna come over, and we're gonna do that
Yeah.
kitchen. That would be an awesome. We'll do it live. If I get enough people to come and rock this kitchen out.
Listen,
Just bring
we'll let
your
you run the
tools.
Allwood if you take a cabinet out. We'll let you run
We got the Axis, we got the
if you
1222.
install the
We got all.
counters.
We'll do wood splitting and kitchen remodel. We'll rotate through.
I'll feed you. I'm really good at
Oh,
making
she
food.
can. I gained 20-some pounds in the last month or two. It did, Joe. It did get cold at Bunyan this year. The temperature changed like crazy. John, you never said what's your mice count up to? What's your lifetime mouse count up to? Because you track that stuff.
You know, Jeff, his sister tried to tell me they didn't have any mice. The one I was on the phone with, she's like, "We've never had mice here." And then the next day she texted and she was like, "Rachel, we found sunflower seeds in one of our Christmas bins."
That's because you got.
And I was like, "You've got mice." And she's like, "No, we think maybe the toddler put it in there." And I was like, "No, that was the mice." And they found a dead mouse somewhere. And I was like, well, where there's one, there's more. Good luck. Keep on, Rachel. A man's always hard to get motivated. Yeah. Well,
so here's my thing. She says she doesn't want the partial kitchen remodel.
I don't want
done.
a partial kitchen.
But that's how I do things. Until I start, nothing gets done. But once I start, then I usually get it 80% done.
Good night, Bobby.
So I gotta get going. I gotta just when I go to do something, I just have to start ripping it out. Because once I start ripping it out, then I get stuff going back together. But until I get that first thing ripped down, who knows when it's gonna happen.
I just don't want a half put together.
But
kitchen.
that's part of the process.
No,
it's a process.
Not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's a process.
No.
I think I'm just gonna rip that kitchen out one day when she isn't. She says she's gonna rip it out. My mom didn't my mom do that?
Your mom did. What I said,
and then she ended up with no kitchen.
No, she got her kitchen. What I'm going to do is, guess what? There's a lot of videos on YouTube that show you how to do things. There's a couple of walls that need to be built out, and I can do that. I just have to go buy the materials. I am fully capable.
Last time I did a full remodel, I shot my thumb with a nail gun. I buried a framing nail into my bone, and it added 6 months to the project.
You had squirrel on your brain and you got distracted. So I'm like, I'll just teach myself. I will take everything out and I will learn how to build walls. That's okay. I'll learn how to hang lights. I'll find someone to help me.
I don't know if I should air this on live.
Myself.
But first, I want to say, Larry Kaiser, welcome to the channel, and thank you for subscribing.
Merry
Christmas to you as well. So I don't want to let Rachel in on my trick, but a lot of times I don't want to take credit for all the stuff Rachel
Teddy.
does because she's a very impressive woman. But I feel like over the years I've groomed her into being as self-sufficient as she is because I give her just enough knowledge so she can do the stuff on her own.
You think you're giving me the knowledge?
And then I bait her.
More like I
bait her in. I bait her in, and then she does
Cheers
it.
to Jeffrey.
And so I'm like, that's my training, my teaching lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So if one day when I'm gone, she'll still be able to do all this stuff on her own.
Oh my gosh.
Cheers to Jeffrey. I gotta go get another
Jeff and
drink.
Patty.
We're way into overtime.
No, we're not gonna stay here much longer.
It's been over 2 hours and 20. What was the record for the live?
Somebody, you ask that every time. It was
No,
like
I don't
5
every
hours.
time. No, Iron and Oak Sawmill did a really long live, and then I think
Was
it was
that like
Brad with Andrew.
Well, Brad and Andrew. Was
They did a really long live because we did a long one once, and everyone's like, "Oh, they got the record."
Well,
I'm
we
like, "No."
did it like over 2 hours. The first one.
Iron and Oak Sawmill. Theirs was.
Was it when they were like driving?
Yeah. Yeah. Over 8 hours.
Wow. Oh, Anthony
Did over 4 hours.
I always say we should
Greg's
go live when we're
going.
driving.
Good night, Greg. Oh, Todd's going. Todd's going to bed. See, we started this one early, and it's tough because people that
That's
on
why
the
we
West
started a
Coast are
little
like, I'm
early.
still in work. Like, you know what? I don't know. There's never a great time because some people are at
good
work.
night,
Some people got to go to
Gavin.
bed to get up early the next morning. Like,
I know. I gotta get to bed. I have to get up and bring kids to school.
Gavin, are they letting you wear that hardworking man hat or shirt at school? They said they're not allowed to wear stuff that promotes businesses, but I was like,
really?
just tell them you know me. It'll be fine.
Our kids wear it all the time at school. In fact, we have to place an order for
Yeah,
a hoodie because all the kids in Nate's class want to watch.
And
wanna
my
wear
son
one.
in college at his frat, they all rock the hardworking man gear. Like, we need to get this stuff out there because people like it. I mean, how could you not?
It's just really.
Rachel wears it.
I wear it just for fun. So, but you are your brand. So I do recommend if you have a YouTube channel.
Jeff, you sleep on the couch. Patty put some pictures up on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite sayings. I said, I'll sleep when I'm dead, or sleep is for the weak. Those are two sayings I say all the time, especially working midnights. Actually, 2 of the cups we gave away at the Paul Bunyan show, one said, I'll sleep when I'm dead, and the other said, sleep is for the weak.
Yes, we're on Eastern time, Anthony.
Now, Jeff, you got Patty. She puts you on blast sometimes. She's like, here's
My
Bear,
favorite
and you're asleep on the couch.
She's taking a selfie. She's like, love him. And you're conked out. Yeah, isn't it nice? We have a bunch of different colors of hoodies.
Gavin, I love it. Gavin
We're
says
gonna
he
play
wears
some
it
more.
so much they gave up taking him to the office. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You just got to keep fighting.
Yeah. So I would murder Heath if you posted pictures of me sleeping every day.
Some of my favorite pictures were when she got her wisdom teeth out and she was on the painkillers, and I got some pictures of her and she doesn't like those.
No.
And then I got one before I got her women's Sitka hunting gear. She was wearing this big Cabela's wool. She looks like a friggin' Oompa Loompa because she puts on so much clothes trying to stay warm, and she can
like
barely move.
Coveralls, right?
Yeah.
It's like a 2XL, and
it was awesome.
got a
I
lot
took
of
a picture of her.
extra room.
Maybe I'll have to put that up on one of our shows.
The hunt for HWD outdoors.
We're still after some deer. I just cut up a couple tonight, and we got to get some more because meat's getting expensive. Everything is, but we got some does to take out. I don't think there's not much bucks left around where we're at that I know of, but we're gonna go tag a few more does.
You know, Jeff, I do agree. Like when we're outside, like when our kids have outdoor sporting events like baseball, and you're sitting out there all day in the cold, and you come home and you just crash. Like being outside all day just does take it out of you.
It does. And Jeff, you're out there putting up some wood.
I would say I don't feel like working out.
It gets tiring. Everyone that does this
working
knows.
in the Woodyard makes me so tired when I come in, but that's because there's always a million other things to do once we come in. But
you get in it and you get that warm and you sit down, and my daughter was talking to me the other day.
He closed his eyes and fell asleep in the middle.
I was focusing. I was not sleeping. She's like, Dad, are you asleep? I'm like, no, I just got my eyes shut so I can listen.
He used to do that to me. Like we'd go to bed and I'd start talking.
I fall asleep.
Next thing you know, he is snoring. Well, I guess you didn't hear any of that. Good talk.
You can't even say nothing because I'll be talking to you and I'll tell you something, and then like 2 seconds later, you'll ask me the question I just answered. So, but yeah, I was not sleeping. I knew I was going to get accused of it though. When my daughter was talking to me, I just rested my eyes for a minute.
Listen, I just had something popped up that was like an ad's going to go to people, and I skipped it.
You're all welcome. No ads.
I don't know why I just had that. I wonder if it's been giving us that option this whole night.
I'll tell you what, people that don't burn wood, Jeff is talking about coming in and out of the cold into the house. Wood stove heat, it's different than any other heat.
It's so nice.
Like I'm looking forward to our outdoor wood boiler, but we're still going to burn wood in the insert because there's just something about it. The smell, the fire, the wood heat. If you ain't burning wood, you don't know. You don't know what you're missing.
No. All right. Well, I'm yawning, so unless you want to carry on by yourself, I'm gonna.
Kitchen Live got the record 36 to 72 hours. I think we could knock if we had a crew here.
I don't know that you could handle. Maybe I would go live because you might not be the way you are.
Listen, anybody who works on stuff, when stuff doesn't go right, sometimes a wrench might go flying. Like it just happens. Sometimes they slip out of your hand. It is what it is.
Sometimes we can hear him yelling in the garage from on the other side of the house.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get that bolt loose. Sometimes you got to convince them.
Yeah, so I feel like that would be funny.
It all depends. No, so there's two things in life that are real.
Or just to hear us, because we would literally be like going at each other's throats.
There's two things in life that are real that affect stuff. When you're overly tired, you get a little more grumpy. So if I'm overly tired and I'm working on something and stuff doesn't go right, and a nail goes through your hand, you get a little bit grumpy. And another thing that's real is hangry. I get straight hangry because when I'm working, I'll start working in the morning and I will work from 7 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning till 9, 10 at night. And I'll get home and be like, I'm starving. And Rachel's like, what'd you eat today? I'm like, nothing.
Jay's going to come help us.
I didn't eat anything because I've been working all day. And when I'm working, I don't stop to eat because I got stuff to get done. There's no time to eat.
It doesn't even matter if he is working. That is his lame excuse. He will get up, he'll eat breakfast. And then if he doesn't get lunch within a very short amount of time, he is insufferable.
I get hangry. I ain't gonna lie.
He is very angry. It's a new development. Maybe we should get blood sugar checked.
Marty says he's got big critters in Colorado. Elk. We love Colorado.
Go elk hunting.
I want to go elk hunting. I want to go moose hunting. But we were in Colorado.
Good night,
We've been there a couple times. We've seen bighorn sheep, elk, mule deer. Like we love Colorado. That's an awesome state. It's becoming California-rado, but it's still an awesome state.
My cousin and his family live in just south of Denver, and we've gone there and stayed with them and used it like a hub and gone down to Colorado Springs and done all the Red Rocks.
Hangry.
And we've gone north up to like Estes Park, so it's kind of a fun.
Della's going to bed. I think Jack's going to bed.
I think we're going to bed.
Rachel's tired. She's thinking about this
I'm
new
yawning.
kitchen. All right. Well, thanks everybody. Congrats to all the winners.
I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas because we're not going to be going live again before then.
I got in trouble for going live on Thanksgiving. I thought that would be a good idea.
We will have another podcast out on Christmas Eve, though. Because that's Sunday.
Yeah. Sometimes wrenches slip, like when you're trying to convince a bolt to come out.
Squirrel. All right, John. He's going to go watch your video now so he knows how to beat you again.
Oh, Jeff. So he's saying when he's working on camp with his cousin and they start hollering at each other when they get hangry. Like that's how my family communicates. Like me and my dad, when we're working on cars, like when we started dating one day, she came over and me and my dad are working on cars and we'll be like, give me this. Like, give me the wrench. Like, what wrench? You didn't tell me what wrench. And Rachel thought we were like mad at each other.
I was running away.
Like 2 seconds later, I'm like, hey, what are we doing for lunch? My dad's like, I don't know. What do you want to go? And she's like, what is going on? Like, that's just how we communicate. Like, we're loud. Our family's
Christmas,
loud.
Hayes. All right, we're wrapping it out. No more stories.
Okay, no more stories. I think I got an idea for podcast, though, like how I almost die.
Yes. So-
we're gonna probably have to be 10 episodes.
Congrats to all the winners tonight.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
If you haven't emailed us yet, email us at hardworkingmanoutdoors@gmail.com and give us your address so we can ship this out to you. And whoever wasn't in the live stream, we'll be contacting you. So, what did
James,
win?
you didn't win anything.
Listen, James.
James, you won an invite to the
you
Who's
won
Your
a
Firewood
dinner
Hysteria with your
me
37D.
and him.
We'll import that bad boy from Canada
Yes.
and we'll go make some firewood with that thing because those things crank out the wood.
All right. So good night, everybody. Thank you all.
Jeff and Patty,
Hope
you can
had
bring yours
fun.
too.
Can you stop?
All right. Good night. This live's over. Rachel shutting me down.
End.